Here, a big severe weather wallop across portions of the United States here as we head through the rest of today. Again, welcome to my live stream again today. I appreciate everybody joining. Again, we're going to go over severe weather here as we get in through the rest of this afternoon and into this evening here across the Northeast. Yeah, we got a lot of warnings to get to here in just a moment. So here, once I get some of the information here and some of the storm reports in, I definitely will start going here on radar analysis for everybody joining here this afternoon. Hey, Christian, how you doing? Hope you're having a great afternoon. Happy Tuesday afternoon there to you. Yeah, just a moment, folks. Yeah, I'm kind of going over some of the storm reports real quick, and then I will definitely get into the weather for you for sure here in the next couple minutes. Thank you, everybody, for joining. Yeah, we are talking about a severe weather wallop across the Northeast and the Mid-Atlantic here. A lot of warnings to get to, folks, so let's waste no time. Let's get down here to the up here to the New Hampshire area. We definitely kind of have a severe thunderstorm line of storms pushing through, getting into the Dover, Delaware area, pushing up towards the I-95 corridor here, all the way up into southern Maine and eastern New Hampshire. Let's dive right in, folks. Thanks, everybody, for joining this afternoon. Again, we're going over live severe weather coverage here of a severe weather wallop across portions of the New England region and the Mid-Atlantic as we head through the rest of today here. And we will also cover Hurricane Darby and the mammoth heat wave expected to transpire across the middle of the country, all in this live stream. So definitely stick with me this afternoon. And again, if you guys have not liked the live stream down below, definitely would appreciate it. You guys here rock this afternoon. Thanks, everybody, for joining. And again, if you guys have not subscribed to the YouTube channel, definitely do so as well. So the first warning we're going to get to here this afternoon, we're looking in eastern New Hampshire and southern portions of Maine. This is a storm located along a line extending from Effingham to Barnstead to near Hopkinton. This is moving east at 30 miles an hour. Again, 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts and half dollar-size hail. This is near Interstate 293 near mile marker 11 and Interstate 93 between mile markers 24 and 34. This is getting toward the Sanford area. This is in southern Maine, and then it closing in here on the Dover area here in southeastern New Hampshire as well, as it kind of pushes more again to the east, moving through the Concord area right now. So definitely, if you live in those areas, definitely heed the warning. Again, 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts and half dollar-size hail with that thunderstorm right now. Moving into southern portions of New Hampshire, we're seeing another thunderstorm right now. We see 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts and quarter-size hail, so kind of just a general baseline severe thunderstorm warning. This warning goes in effect till about 5:45 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. Again, for central Hillsborough County, severe storm is located near Bedford or 7 miles west of Manchester here, is moving quickly to the east at 50 miles an hour. Again, 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts and quarter-size hail with this storm. Again, everybody joining, definitely appreciate it. We are talking about severe weather this afternoon. Definitely like this live stream down below, and also subscribe to the YouTube channel as well if you so do choose, as well as that subscribe button is down there for you as well in this live stream, so definitely appreciate that. Again, just going over the severe weather wallop across portions of New England and the Mid-Atlantic. Then we'll be going over kind of the breakdown of Tropical Storm and Hurricane Darby as we head through portions of the Eastern Pacific. We'll kind of break down a little bit of the Gulf of Mexico, new information coming with that as well, with all the heavy rainfall down there, and also here a mammoth heat wave set to emerge across portions of the central United States we'll get to here in this live stream. So we're not just covering severe weather today, we got it all for you guys. But again, the most utmost immediate attention right now is for severe weather across the country, and that's what we'll get to here this afternoon. Again, thanks everybody for joining. Definitely appreciate it. If you guys cannot hear me, definitely let me know. I can definitely turn up the volume for you guys, or fix some of the audio on here. So let me know. Much appreciated, everybody. Thanks everybody for the likes down there. Already up to 7. You guys rock. All right, let's get into western portions of Massachusetts here near the Northampton and also Springfield area. This is western and southwestern Massachusetts. We got a storm here located along a line extending from Greenfield to near Norfolk here, moving due east very quickly at 50 miles an hour to the east. 60 mile per hour wind gusts, and also that quarter-size hail, that 1-inch hail is definitely expected with the storm. An amateur radio here, person also did report several trees down in the Lenox, Massachusetts area. So if you live in the Lenox, Massachusetts area, yeah, there's a lot of uprooted trees out there, some tree damage. So definitely keep an eye on that here. You don't want to drive through a road and over some tree branches, that's for sure. Do some damage to your tires. So definitely steer clear of that area if you live in the the Lenox area here in southwestern Massachusetts. Pretty nasty line of storms here, kind of bowing out across this. I'll kind of show you that here after I go over this next warning. I'll kind of take the warnings off and show you. Yeah, you can see that bowing out here. 70 mile per hour wind gusts, some very strong straight line winds from this storm. This is moving due east at 40 miles an hour, a line extending from Middlefield to Millerton here. And again, this is in far southwestern Massachusetts here and getting into northwestern Connecticut. So definitely heed the warnings here, as we could have that 60 to 70 plus mile per hour wind gust potential in this area as we head through the rest of this afternoon. Again, this warning does go in effect here until about 6:15 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, so definitely heed the warning if you live in these areas. Definitely much appreciated. Again, I'll take the warnings off like I promised, and you can see, look at kind of the backward C shape with some of these storms here moving across southwestern Massachusetts, far northwestern portions there of Connecticut, and yeah, you can definitely see kind of a bow echo trying to develop us. So that kind of shows you that, yeah, we could have some, 70, 80 mile per hour wind gust potential here with this kind of complex of storms moving across western Mass and also northwestern portions of Connecticut as well. Again, thanks everybody for joining. Definitely appreciate it. Doing, live severe weather wallop coverage here this afternoon. Again, definitely getting through all the warnings here from north to south across New England and the Mid-Atlantic. Again, if you guys have not liked the live stream below, I definitely encourage you to do so. As not only will I be going over severe weather, I will be going over here the whole 9 yards with you guys, going over, Hurricane Darby as well as the mammoth heat wave expected across the middle of the country as well. So definitely stick with me here. Tune into the live stream all afternoon and evening long, and definitely will give you the information that you guys, need as we head through the rest of today. Moving down to the southwest here, this is across portions of southern New York State, getting kind of crossing the border there from Pennsylvania into New York. We're watching kind of another line segment moving through. Again, this is for 60 mile per hour wind gusts and penny-size hail, so definitely seeing some dangerous thunderstorms out there. Again, this is for southwestern Delaware County, northwestern Sullivan County, east central, I'm not going to try and butcher that name, but that's in northeastern Pennsylvania, northern Wayne County as well, and this goes in effect till 6 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. Again, I try not to butcher the names out here, but yeah, we're seeing 60 mile per hour wind gusts and penny-size hail, and this is moving due east at 40 miles per hour. Again, this is near the Starlight area in far southern New York, so definitely watch this for Rockland, Callicoon, Hancock, Fremont, Jeffersonville, Staruka, Hiawatha, Sheehawken, as well as Starlight and Staruka as well. So yeah, a lot of these areas here are, again, far northeastern portions of Pennsylvania getting into southern New York State. This is crossed over portions here of I-81 in far northeastern Pennsylvania, so definitely watching this as we head through the next several minutes. Again, this warning goes in effect till 6 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. Pushing to the south a little more, this is west of the New York City proper area, just west of the big old city there in New York. Yeah, we're seeing definitely a kind of a thunderstorm cell here. This is producing some 60 mile per hour wind gusts and over an inch in diameter hail. We're seeing hail up to around $half size, so definitely watching this as we head through the rest of this afternoon. Again, this warning goes in effect till 6:30 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. This is for west central Sussex County, northwestern Warren, central Monroe, and northeastern Northampton County as well. This is, again, into far western portions here. Or actually far eastern portions of Pennsylvania, getting into northern New Jersey here. So definitely have to watch this as we head through the next few minutes. It looks like there's an update to the warning here, so let's get to that. Let's see here. Did anything change with that? Yeah, still 60 mile per hour wind gusts and half dollar size hail. So that's what we're watching here across these areas. So definitely be on the lookout for that. Again, this is generally moving towards the New York and Newark area here as well. So New York City, Newark, get in line as this storm might start to develop and kind of propagate your way as we head through the next several minutes, probably within the next half hour or hour or so across those areas. Again, thank you here, everybody, for joining. Hi, Christian out there. Hi, Nolans, Dixon, and Gaming. Hello, everybody. Hello, everybody in the chat. Definitely appreciate everybody joining here this afternoon. Means the world to me, and thank you. Again, we're going to go over severe weather coverage as well as Hurricane Darby here spinning across portions of the eastern Pacific. We'll give you the information on that as it's heading towards the Hawaiian Islands, as well as the Gulf of Mexico update here on the tropical rainfall across those areas and the system that could develop in the Gulf of Mexico. And later in the live stream, we'll be going over as well as the mammoth heat wave across the central United States set to emerge during the middle and late portion here of the month of July. So thank you, everybody, for tuning in. Again, thanks for all the likes down there. We're already up to 10 likes. You guys rock. You guys are amazing here this afternoon already. I appreciate everybody joining. Again, this is the storm we're watching across northwestern portions of New Jersey here, heading generally in the direction there in Newark and New York City. Again, this is for 60 mile per hour wind gusts and half dollar size hail. So if you live in New York, we'll keep you covered. We'll keep you covered across the entire New England and Mid-Atlantic region here this afternoon. Moving down to the southwest, this is just southwest here of Philadelphia, the big old city there of Philadelphia, the city of brotherly love here in portions of Pennsylvania. This is kind of crossing over from Maryland into the Pennsylvania area. And yeah, we're seeing definitely some strong thunderstorm activity, a severe thunderstorm warning here for the Middletown area. Let's get to that. You can see 60 mile per hour wind gusts and 1-inch quarter size hail across this area. Again, this is moving to the east at 45 miles per hour. A severe storm is located over Hollywood Beach or 8 miles southwest of Elkton. Again, moving due east at 45 miles per hour. This is over southwestern Newcastle County and northwestern Delaware. So yeah, I guess it's in northern Delaware, pushing into portions there of southern New Jersey as well. Again, this is moving east at 60 miles an hour. Or moving east at 45 miles per hour, rather. I'm talking too fast here today, trying to get to all the warnings. 60 mile per hour wind gusts and quarter size hail. Again, Middletown, Salem, Delaware City, St. George, as well as Port Penn, Mount Pleasant, Glasgow, Bear, and Odessa. All these areas be impacted here, and this looks like it's going to be pushing to the east here, just south of Wilmington here, and well south of the Philadelphia area as well. We got some warnings here we got to get to you as well, pushing towards the Washington, D.C. area, so our nation's capital. Yeah, we're starting to see a line of thunderstorms pushing to the east here, just to your west. If you're looking out west here, Washington, D.C. or the Silver Spring area, Alexandria, yeah, you're probably seeing some rumbling here of some, lightning out to the distance and also some rumbles of thunder as well as it approaches you from the west. Again, this is a very prolific thunderstorm as we're seeing 70 mile per hour wind gusts and quarter size hail, so we're seeing some dangerous winds across these areas here right now. Again, severe thunderstorms are located along a line extending from near North Potomac to 6 miles southwest of Linton Hall. This is moving quickly eastward at 50 miles an hour, so this will be approaching the Washington, D.C. area here rather soon. Again, this is for 70 mile an hour wind gusts, quarter size hail, that 1-inch hail out there, and this warning goes in effect here till 5:45 Eastern time for these areas. Again, Germantown, Centerville here, Dale City, Rockville, Bethesda, as well as Gaithersburg, Reston, Annandale, as well as South Riding, Herndon, Fairfax, all these areas here, including eventually probably here. Again, this warning has just got extended, so this severe thunderstorm warning now does include Washington, D.C. this afternoon here. So let's get to that. Again, 60 mile per hour wind gusts and quarter size hail in the Washington, D.C. area. This is in effect until 6:15 Eastern Daylight Time. So severe thunderstorms were located along a line extending from near North Potomac to near Linton Hall, moving east at 30 miles an hour. This does now include the Washington, D.C. proper area as we head in through the next, half hour to 45 minutes. So definitely keep you on your toes across those areas here as we kind of see that strong line segment actually capable of producing 60, perhaps even up to 70 miles per hour wind gusts as we head through the rest of today. Moving farther to the west here, this is across portions of, let's see here, northwestern Virginia. I kind of have to zoom out to get my bearings of where all these warnings are. There's a lot of warnings across the northeast here, so trying to get to all of them as well as quickly and effectively as I can. Again, This is for a severe storm located near Franklin, Virginia, moving east at 30 miles per hour. Again, 60 mile per hour wind gusts and that quarter-size hail, so that 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts and 1-inch hail is possible across these areas. So Franklin, Brandywine, Upper Tract, Brushy Run, Yankeetown, Riverton, Deer Run, Circleville, Bergton, Ruddle, Seneca Rocks, all these areas. Yeah, you guys are going to see some severe weather just south of the Petersburg area, and it'll be approaching just northwest of Harrisonburg here in northern portions of Virginia. Farther west here in Virginia and getting out of West Virginia here, we're starting to see another kind of complex of storms trying to develop, kind of another line segment here. This is moving down towards kind of right along the Interstate 64 corridor here into portions of western Virginia. Again, this is for 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts, and again, that 1-inch quarter-size hail. Definitely watching this here across these areas. This is moving due east at 30 miles an hour again until 6:45 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. So it's Lewisburg, Hinton, White Sulphur Springs, Roncevert, as well as Rainelle, and also Alderson and Rupert, all these areas in Greenbrier County, Summers County, as well as Monroe County here in southeastern West Virginia, getting into western Virginia here, watching for that storm as well. Farther to the south and east here, or south and west rather, this is well south of the Charleston, West Virginia area. We're seeing another warning with kind of a line segment moving to the south and southeast here. Again, this is moving due east at 35 miles an hour here. Severe thunderstorm located near Logan here in the West Virginia area. 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts and just over an inch in diameter hail, so half dollar-size hail potential here for Logan, Oceana, as well as Mallory, the Wharton area, as well as Holden. All these areas, West Logan, Mitchell Heights, Cyclone, all these areas, yeah, impacted by this warning here as it pushes off to the east and east-southeast here at this time. And then as we get down to the final couple of warnings here, we got a line segment moving across portions of southern Kentucky, kind of getting closer to the Tennessee-Kentucky state line, approaching the I-75 corridor here in the southern Kentucky. So we'll get to this. 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts and quarter-size hail, and that 1-inch hail across these areas. Again, this is for the Alpine area, or 12 miles north of Whitley City. This is moving east at 25 miles an hour. Again, Greenwood here around 5:50 p.m., so the next 5 minutes. This is in Eastern Daylight Time. Parker's Lake around 5:55 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, so in the next 10 minutes. So do heed the warnings if you live in these areas. Again, Wayne County, southwestern Laurel County, southeastern Pulaski County, McCreary County, as well as northwestern Whitley County. This is all in south central portions of Kentucky. So we did get to all the warnings for you. I hope that gave you some insight. Again, we're going to try and get to as many warnings this afternoon as possible. Let's get to the watch boxes here. Severe thunderstorm watch here for portions of western Maine, getting down to New Hampshire, Vermont here. This goes in effect until 9 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, so the next few hours here across these areas. We do have another severe thunderstorm watch farther south and west here, for farther west here of, the Massachusetts area, far western Massachusetts, western Connecticut, getting down here into New Jersey, southern New York State, as well as eastern Pennsylvania. This watch goes effect here until 10 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time this evening here for these areas, including the New York City area, as well as Philadelphia here, the Atlantic City area, Harrisburg, all the way up here towards the Bridgeport area, and getting up here again into far western Massachusetts. Again, another watch farther to the southwest. This includes Washington, D.C., getting down towards western and northern Virginia, the Lynchburg area, Roanoke, and then getting down towards Harrisonburg, the Charleston, West Virginia area. This watch goes in effect again until 10 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time this evening in these areas as well. So hopefully that gives you some insight on what to expect across most of the New England and Mid-Atlantic area. Again, I'm losing my breath already here, guys. There's a very active day. We had a quieter day yesterday, but we're really starting to heat up with the severe weather here. Again, a severe weather wallop, as I call it, across New England and portions of the Mid-Atlantic. Again, no tornado warnings right now, but we will definitely keep you posted as well here. Again, we got a couple warnings up here in northern Maine here that just, I believe, either I skipped or I definitely, I didn't mean to skip them, but I was talking about a lot of severe warnings down from portions, of the Massachusetts all the way southwest and towards Tennessee, and I must have missed these unless they do, they were newly, issued across these areas. So let's get to these. 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts, 1-inch hail, that quarter-size hail, again, moving east at 35 miles per hour. So these areas definitely be in line for, this is approaching I-95 here, north of the Beaver Cove area and portions of northern and central Maine. Again, we got another warning here northwest of Portland here, the Portland, Maine area. This storm is moving northeast at 40 miles an hour. A severe storm is located near Standish or 16 miles south of Naples, Maine, moving northeast at 40 miles an hour. Again, 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts and penny-size hail, so under that inch in diameter hail potential with this storm. Again, this is for 60-mile-an-hour winds, penny-size hail. Again, Naples, Cumberland, Gorham, as well as Gray, Hollis, all these areas, Cornish, Raymond, Standish, Waterboro, as well as Cascow, Leamington, as well as Limerick, and portions here of Windham. All these areas, again, along the Interstate 95 and west of the Interstate 95 corridor between miles markers 56 and 70 here in far southern Maine. Again, this is all northwest of Portland, Maine, and southwest of Augusta, Maine as well. We do have that warning kind of extended for that Dover area, the Dover area here in the portions of New Hampshire. This is for 60-mile-an-hour winds and quarter-size hail, a line extending from near Northwood to near New Boston. This is moving east at 25 miles per hour, 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts and that 1-inch quarter-size hail. Again, Manchester, as well as Derry, Rochester, Merrimack, Durham, Exeter, as well as Northwood, Dover, Bedford, Hooksett, as well as the Amherst area, Barrington, Litchfield, Berwick, Farmington, Epping, New Boston, Epsom, and Brentwood. All these areas are impacted by the storm as it pushes to the east here, closer to the I-95 corridor here and towards the Durham area, Dover, and down towards Raymond, Manchester, as well as here south and east of the Concord area here in New Hampshire. So we're watching that as well. Again, I'm out of breath already. We already have another, like I said just a minute ago, we had no tornado warnings. And as I say that, we actually have a new tornado warning here. We were watching this storm here just west of New York City, getting closer to the New York City area, but still a little ways away. We got a tornado warning here, though, so let's get to that. Again, possible tornado, a severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado was located over Columbia, or 18 miles northeast of Easton, moving due east at 35 miles per hour. Again, tornado possible with this here. Hazard is, like I said, tornado, and also that strong, potentially, hail core with this system as well. Ping pong ball size hail, so up to near that 2-inch hail potential with this storm. Again, Hackettstown, Blairstown, Hope, Andover, Great Meadows, Vienna, as well as the Greendale area, Long Valley, Columbia, Bud Lake, Portland, and Bayetstown, as well as the Interstate 80 corridor in New Jersey between mile markers 3 and 24. Again, this tornado warning goes in effect here until 6:15 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. Again, just well west of New York City, but we'll definitely watch this as it gets closer to the Big Apple there in portions of New York City. All right, everybody, let's get to your comments down there. I know I've been busy talking about all these warnings, but definitely trying to keep you in line with all of the severe weather here this afternoon. Again, thank you, Christian, here for joining. Thank you, Nolans, as well. Hello, waiting for the rain here in Louisiana. Yeah, you guys are waiting for that rain. That is for sure across portions of Louisiana. You guys are seeing some showers and storms down in this area near Baton Rouge and southwest of Lafayette as well into portions of southern Louisiana. Again, some clusters of storms down near north and east of New Orleans, right over the Baton Rouge area, and then again just south and southwest of Lafayette, Louisiana. So yeah, if you're waiting on the rain down there, depending on where you are, if you're in northern Louisiana near the Monroe or Shreveport, Alexandria area, you're high and dry right now. This is mainly for southern Louisiana here across these areas. And it looks like here there's actually a warning into Arkansas here as well. One lone little storm cell here in the portions of Arkansas. So let's get to that, folks. There is a warning north of Searcy. Again, this is moving southeast very slowly. A lot of, weaker deep layer shear in this environment. This is moving southeast at 5 miles per hour. Again, 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts and 1-inch quarter-size hail possible with this storm. Southeastern Claiborne County, as well as north central White County in central Arkansas. Again, Pangburn, Step Rock, Albion, Clay, Providence, Dewey, Sunnydale, and Velvet Ridge, all possible for the storm as it kind of approaches the Highway 64 to 67 area here in the next few minutes. Thanks, everybody, for joining. Definitely appreciate it here. We're doing live severe weather coverage here this afternoon and evening, keeping you ahead of all of the nasty storms, the severe weather wallop across portions of New England and the Mid-Atlantic here. Again, if you guys have not liked the live stream down below, I definitely encourage you to do so. Get this out to more and more people, as there is tons of warnings down below here on the radar, and we're definitely keeping you in tune with this, including the Washington, D.C. area that is currently under a severe thunderstorm warning right now as well. So this is for, just moving into the Washington, D.C. area. If you're living in the Washington, D.C. metro area, you're probably seeing a line of storms approaching you from the west. And this is, again, for 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts and quarter-size hail. This is for Washington, D.C. The next few minutes. Again, 60-mile-an-hour winds and that 1-inch hail. Again, watch out for that here in the Washington, D.C. area proper. Again, no warnings near Baltimore, but this is all south, kind of in between Baltimore. To your east and to your south is where those warnings are if you live in the Baltimore area as well. Again, thank you guys for joining. I couldn't do this without you. You guys are amazing here on the live stream. Thank you guys for joining. Hello, Snowies. How you doing? Yeah, we're covering. It's very active here this afternoon. I've already talked everybody's ear off with all the warnings this afternoon. Just trying to keep everybody safe out there. So that's my main goal this afternoon. Again, I did come on a little later than I was planning on. My computer didn't want to start up very quick here this afternoon, so I did come on as soon as I possibly could. I got it started up and finally getting going here with the warnings this afternoon for everybody. So again, everybody who has joined, if you guys have not pressed that like button down below, we got 13 likes. Let's try and hit 20 here this afternoon. Definitely appreciate it. And if you guys have not subscribed to that YouTube channel, definitely press that red subscribe button down below here. It means a lot to me, and I definitely appreciate it, as we are now approaching 300 subscribers, which is pretty awesome here. Growing my YouTube channel, and definitely appreciate everybody helping me in doing so. I commend everybody for doing so. Again, I put out amazing videos. I have some great weather content coming out for you guys the rest of this week, so definitely stay tuned to that on my Weather on the Go weather YouTube channel. So definitely appreciate that for everybody watching those videos out there and liking the videos up here in the morning hours as well. Again, we're not only covering severe weather here today, we're going to be covering, the tropical weather as well across the Eastern Pacific and the Gulf here, and we're going to also be covering more of the heat wave, the mammoth heat wave, set to emerge across the middle of the country as we head towards the middle of the month of July. Again, we're going to try and get to all the warnings. Again, this is what the HRRR model shows here. You can see the HRRR. This is what we see here, doing a pretty good job of showing this kind of line of storms, kind of broken line of storms across New England right now. This will continue to kind of push off to the south and east and eastward here very slowly through the rest of this afternoon and into this evening. But I think here, after we start to, the sun starts to set and we start to lose that daytime heating, we'll start to lower that instability out there. And thunderstorms love instability, or what we call CAPE, convective available potential energy. And once that CAPE really lowers out there, where those thunderstorms will really start to wane in intensity and coverage as we get towards the after sunset time frame here. And then look at that, as we get toward mid to late evening, there's nothing on the radar for the most part across New England. We'll say goodbye to those storms, and we'll kind of wash that cold front out here towards the south, towards portions of the Carolinas and the Tennessee Valley as we head through the rest of this afternoon. Again, if you guys are just joining me, we're just going over some future radar, and also kind of going over some of the models here of what we can expect the rest of this evening across the New England and Mid-Atlantic area. If you guys are, so inclined to, definitely appreciate if you guys would press the like button down below. We're up to 13 likes. I actually challenge you guys. Let's get up to 25 likes here in the next 10 minutes. Can we do so? I definitely appreciate if everybody could help me get to 25 likes, as well as get up to 200 and over 250 subscribers. Would definitely be much appreciated as well. So thank you everybody for joining this afternoon. Again, if you guys have not checked out my video last night on my YouTube channel, definitely go check that out. It is an amazing video. Definitely kind of breaking down all of the severe weather potential the next couple days, breaking down a little bit of the tropical weather and the heat wave as well across the middle of the country during the middle and late portion of July. So definitely go check that out as you have free time as well later on this evening after the live stream. So definitely check that out and give it a like as well. Again, here, we'll get back to the future radar, but this is here, like I said, I promised tropical updates here as well. This is a Hurricane Darby right now across portions of the eastern Atlantic basin. Again, this is spinning to the west here towards the Hawaiian Islands. Again, I will give you an update on this here for the Hawaiian Islands. Again, it looks to weaken. Still a very pronounced eye wall here across the open waters of the eastern Pacific. Again, this is a storm that's moving westward, and again, this National Hurricane Center is actually, showing this kind of weakening to a depression here just south of the Hawaiian Islands as we get towards the opening stages of your weekend this weekend, but staying at tropical storm, if not hurricane status, all the way through the end of this week. So that is something to watch as well if you live in the Hawaiian Islands, especially the easternmost Hawaiian Islands, the big island here in Hawaii. Definitely have to watch that here, as we could have some wave action regardless of the strength of the storm as it kind of approaches from the east across the Pacific basin. So do watch that as well. And then back up here to the north and to the northern portions here of the Gulf of Mexico here in a moment, but definitely watching this system here just behind, right on its heels, right behind Tropical Storm and Hurricane Darby. Yeah, we're seeing a 80% chance of a new cyclone, a new tropical cyclone that looks to form across the eastern Pacific basin as we head here through the rest of this week, kind of the next 5 days, giving it an 80% chance, a high chance of development the next 5 days. Within the next 2 days, the next 48 hours, yeah, about a 10% chance of development with that system. So we'll definitely watch it again. We can check that out here with kind of the satellite to look at what we're seeing here across the eastern Pacific. Again, we see kind of an open wave, and that's kind of what the National Hurricane Center is giving for this kind of system to develop here, the 80% chance, and that's kind of the wave that we're looking at across these areas for over the next 5 days or thereabouts. So definitely watch that here. Again, this could potentially turn into another, tropical depression, tropical storm very well, and maybe even a hurricane. I mean, I think all of the tropical systems right now this year, and anybody in the chat, definitely correct me if I'm wrong, have actually been hurricanes across the eastern Pacific this year. So that has actually been very, very interesting as well. But getting back here, let's look at the Gulf of Mexico here for just a moment. Let's see here. Okay, here's the Gulf of Mexico. Yeah, we got a lot of convection kind of, stirring up here in the Gulf of Mexico. Look at all the heavy convection, or what we call thunderstorms. Thunderstorms, convection, they're kind of the same thing. Meteorologists use all these fancy terms out there. Again, yeah, we're seeing all this convection across the northern and northeastern Gulf here, kind of a conglomerate of different thunderstorms and heavy rainfall out here. The expectation, however, is for this to kind of strengthen into some kind of organized low-pressure system, whether it's loosely organized or kind of more well-organized, is kind of in the air still. There's a lot of question marks to this, but we're definitely continuing to kind of keep you guys covered out there as we kind of move through the next several days to kind of get our bearings on what this thing will turn into as we head through the next, like I said, week or so through the northern Gulf, and what it has for impacts across portions of Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, Georgia, Florida, all these areas as well. Giving kind of a little bit of a snapshot here. This is the European forecast model that came out here around early this afternoon, around the 1 o'clock hour, and you can see for the large majority of the very, very heavy rainfall, over that 4-inch mark, at least going through the next week or two, it has the heaviest rain off here into portions of the open waters of the northern Gulf, but we still could have some very, appreciable rainfall amounts across portions of southern Mississippi, southern Alabama, getting up just south of the Atlanta metro area, down towards the Savannah, Georgia area if you live in Pensacola. This model is actually in particular, the European model, approaching that 5-inch mark across portions of the northwest Florida panhandle, and still not absent, but definitely could have some, heavier rainfall down into central and southern Florida, so around the Tampa Bay area, the Orlando Universal Studios area, towards the Daytona Beach here on the eastern side of Florida, and then getting down towards Miami Beach here in Key West as well as we get towards the, the next couple of weeks. And then here, this is what here, let's compare this with the GFS model, the GFS, the 12Z. Again, a little more bullish and a little farther to the north, so a little bit of inconsistency. So that's why we have those question marks out there about this system and what it could be as we head through the next, several days or thereabouts. But that definitely showing the potential as you move up towards Birmingham, Tuscaloosa, Jackson, Mississippi. Maybe if this model does verify the GFS, the American model as we call it, yeah, we could be seeing some 4, 5, 6-inch totals up all the way northward here into portions of central Mississippi, central, and perhaps even northern Georgia and Alabama. So we'll definitely have to keep an eye on this. this, but the general theme is there. I think there's confidence is rising. If you look here, if you looked at the European model and then kind of compared it with the GFS American model, yeah, the heaviest rainfall footprint looks to be consistent across northwest Florida Panhandle and the southern portions here of the states of Louisiana, Mississippi, and Alabama, as well as southern Georgia. So the confidence is increasing that at least these areas will have multiple inches of rain in the next couple of weeks. Now, we don't need it all at once, but we definitely could use the rain across these areas. As some of these areas, especially southern Louisiana and southern Mississippi here and some of the southeast, approaching that severe drought criteria, if not already an extreme or severe drought. So definitely some well-needed rain across some of these areas. Again, thank you guys for liking the live stream down below. Again, we're not just going over severe weather coverage, we're going over the tropical update as well as the heat wave here towards the end of this live stream as well. So definitely stay tuned out there. Tell family, friends, and everybody else you know to join. We're having lots of fun out here, as well as keeping everybody safe here. That's the most important thing to me. And again, if you guys definitely are so inclined to, definitely press that like button down there. See, we are up to 14 likes, so definitely appreciate everybody liking it up here down below. And again, if you guys have not subscribed to the YouTube channel, I heavily recommend you guys to. We got an amazing weather content coming up later this week. You guys will be very impressed with my weather expertise across here. We'll kind of break down the heat wave a little bit more and, break it down a little more each day as we get closer to the heat wave towards the middle and end of the July period here across the United States. So let's get back to the radar. I know we do have a tornado warning. This is north and the west-northwest of the Newark and New York City area. Still an ongoing tornado warning right now. This is for tornado and also that 2-inch, that golf ball size hail. So approaching that 2-inch mark definitely across this area as well. Let's see in the chat here. Snowies, hello, and no, you're not late at all. No, you're not late. Let me fix my mic here a little bit, or I don't have a mic right now, but I need to buy one, that's for sure. I appreciate everybody letting me know in the chat. The harsh criticism out there, definitely letting me know, because I definitely need to change my audio here. Appreciate it, Dixon. Thank you for letting me know. Appreciate it in the chat. Again, the live chat is open to anybody and everybody on the live stream, so definitely dot down any comments or questions or anything you have, and I'll definitely get through every single comment and question here. I definitely do not skip any of your questions, comments, or concerns below, so definitely appreciate everybody, using the live chat down there as well. We have the tornado warning. Again, this is for the Mount Olive area, and I think if there was a tornado developing, it's here. Let me take the warning off here real quick. Again, this is a tornado-warned storm right along the Interstate 80 corridor here, and this is, again, into portions of northwestern New Jersey. I think if there was a tornado, it actually would be right immediately over or just north of the Interstate 80 corridor here, approaching the Alamunchee Township area. I hope I pronounced that right. Right along I-80 here. Again, just northeast of Hope, kind of a kink in the storm cell here, and that's kind of where the inflow is trying to get into, and again, that's where that storm could be rotating here, so we'll definitely have to watch this. Again, this is for a tornado warning right now, not confirmed, but definitely watching the potential for a tornado developing as well, with a tornado warning across this area here through the next several minutes. Again, this warning goes in effect until, let's see here, 6:15 Eastern Daylight Time for west central Morris, southwestern Sussex, and northeastern Warren counties. Again, for Hackettstown, Hope, Andover, Great Meadows, Vienna, the Greendale area, Bud Lake, and Bateyastown as well. I hope I pronounced these towns right. I definitely try not to butcher these names, that is for sure. Let's see here. Interstate 80 in New Jersey between mile markers 11 and 24. Definitely keep in mind, again, a tornado-warned storm there as well. There's so many warnings, folks, on here, so I'll try and get to some of these again. Kind of that backward C shape starting to occur across southern Massachusetts, getting into far northern Connecticut, north of the Hartford area, moving through Springfield, Massachusetts, the Holyoke area, as well as south of Northampton. We're seeing a 60-mile-per-hour wind gust potential, as well as quarter-size hail. This storm actually does have a history of producing tree damage out there, so definitely want to keep that in mind as well as we head through the next several minutes. This warning goes in effect until 6:45 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, so keep in mind behind across these areas. And again, the one in northern portions of Connecticut, again, moving east at 45 miles an hour until 6:15 Eastern Daylight Time for northern Hartford County, just north of the city of Hartford. 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts and quarter-size hail in this area in Enfield, Windsor, South Windsor, Simsbury, Bloomfield, Suffield, as well as the Windsor Locks area, Somers, Granby, all these areas, Canton, Southwick, and East Granby. Yeah, all these areas could be impacted. This is moving toward Worcester as well as we head into portions of southern Massachusetts. So we're definitely keeping a close eye on this tornado warning as it again is slowly approaching the northwestern and western suburbs here of the New York City area. So we'll definitely keep close tabs on this storm here within the next few minutes or thereabouts. Snowy says heat wave. Yeah, definitely a heat wave coming, at least for the United States. Now I'm praying for you, Snowies, up into southeastern Canada, that you definitely could get some 80s out there, some warmer 80s. I think that's a possibility. If not 90 degrees, we'll see how far north and northeast that ridge starts to build. I'll keep you updated on my videos as we head through the next several days. That's for sure. Again, guys, if you guys have not liked the live stream down below, we got some awesome weather content on my YouTube channel coming up here with my videos this week. If you guys have not pressed the like button down below, I definitely encourage you to do so very strongly, as well as subscribe to the YouTube channel. Again, we have awesome weather coverage coming up later this week. We'll be doing an awesome weather discussion live stream as we head towards, I think, what's today, Tuesday? Probably Thursday afternoon, Friday afternoon time frame, and kind of getting you caught up on all the heat wave potential out there and kind of coast to coast on what you can expect here through the next couple of weeks. We'll kind of do more of these live streams for weather discussions more frequently in the next few weeks to get you covered on that. Snowy says, I got really chilly once the cold front came in. Yeah, hence the word cold front. Yeah, that's for sure. That was a pretty strong shortwave trough up in your area, that's for sure. And what I mean by shortwave trough is just kind of a cold front moving through, kind of some cooler air in the middle and upper levels of the atmosphere, kind of mixing down to near the surface. So yeah, you had some cooler weather, that's for sure. My sound is going in and out. Okay, thank you for letting me know. Let me turn this down a little bit because I think that's the issue. All right, here, let me check this real quick. Okay, let me know if it's a lot better now, and I kind of turned it down so it's not so fidgety on there, and hopefully it works a lot better for you. Just let me know in the chat. Definitely let me know in the chat. Hopefully it's not breaking up anymore, or hopefully it won't anymore anyway. Again, thank you guys in the chat for letting me know. We do have a severe thunderstorm warning. That tornado warning does continue to maintain across portions. The tornado threat has diminished, and the tornado warning will be allowed to expire. Okay, but however, large hail, damaging winds remain likely, and a severe thunderstorm warning remains in effect for the area. Again, the severe thunderstorm watch remains in effect in this area till 10 o'clock Eastern Daylight Time for northern and northwestern New Jersey. So do keep in mind, again, they did extend this to near the Dover area here in New Jersey, getting closer to the New York City area. So if you live in New York City, we do have a severe thunderstorm, actually a pretty strong severe thunderstorm approaching your area for golf ball size hail and 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts here. But the main concern here is that 2-inch hail, that golf ball size hail. Again, this storm's moving east at 40 miles an hour near the Newton area, so 9 miles south of Newton. And this is moving closer and closer towards the western and northwestern suburbs here of New York City. We'll continue to watch this. Again, this warning goes in effect here until 7 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. Again, a lot of damaging wind and large hail potential. Again, 2-inch hail is a possibility with that storm as we get a little bit closer. Snowy says, let's see here, what'd she say? I saw Nolan's comment. He says your sound sometimes goes in and out. Yeah, I hope I fixed that for you. Just let me know in the chat. And Snowy says, so far so good on the mic. Okay, so I did. Was I actually a little shaky on the mic, Snowies? Just please let me know earlier if I was. And did I fix it? Did I fix it, everybody? I hope I fixed it for you guys, because I definitely want to get this most vital information out to you, because we do have a storm. We do have a very strong line of thunderstorms moving through as we speak. Probably some torrential rain, definitely some damaging winds and large hail moving through the Washington D.C. area. Actually 70-mile-per-hour wind gusts here and quarter-size hail. This storm's moving east at 40 miles an hour. A line extending from Goddard to near Woodbridge, moving east at 40 miles an hour through the Washington D.C. proper area as we speak. Again, Waldorf, Bowie, Clinton, Fort Washington, Greenbelt, Forestville, Largo, all these areas, Coral Hills, Mayo, Shady Side, Chesapeake Beach, Deal, Prince Frederick, all these areas, South River, FedEx Field, Road River, Andrews Air Force Base, and Landover. All these areas here are impacted. Again, this doesn't also here include the Annapolis area. So if you live in the capital city of Maryland, in Annapolis, Maryland, yeah, you definitely are talking about, again, 70-mile-per-hour wind gusts and that 1-inch quarter-size hail, again, moving east at 40 miles per hour here in this vicinity as well. So definitely stay tuned to that as well here across the, the Washington, D.C. area and just south of Baltimore. This is all just south of Baltimore. So it looks like Baltimore, you might get a few showers. We'll watch that storm here to the northwest of you, see if it kind of moves down your way. But Baltimore, you kind of dodged a little bit of a bullet this afternoon, that is for sure, with some of the severe weather out there. But we'll keep you tuned in because definitely you're not out of the woods yet in the Baltimore area as that cold front is still on, moving through. As we move farther southwest towards the Music City here in Nashville, this is down the I-40 corridor just east of Nashville here near the Lebanon, Watertown, Alexandria, and Carthage area. This is in Middle Tennessee. This is for, let's see here if it would load. Some of these warnings take a little longer to load because there's so many warnings on the radar. Severe thunderstorm was located near Lebanon, moving east at 20 miles an hour against 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts and then nickel-size hail potential. Again, you can expect damage to roofs, siding, trees, and maybe some power line damage as well. Again, Lebanon, Carthage, Watertown, Gordonsville, Hickman, South Carthage, Alexandria, Dowelltown, Liberty, and Tucker's Crossroads. Again, this is Interstate 40. Between mile markers 235 and 258, and Interstate 840 between mile markers 74 and 76. Again, this is for southwestern Smith County, northwestern DeKalb County, and eastern Wilson County. This is all in Middle Tennessee. This warning goes in effect here until 5:45 Central Daylight Time, so about the next half hour or thereabouts. Again, strong kind of line segment moving north of the Cookeville area. We'll see if we can get some. There might be another warning issued here if this does strengthen, so we'll watch that. Watching a whole conglomerate of warnings across southern Kentucky right now. Definitely watching this. Again, if you guys have not liked the live stream down below, definitely appreciate everybody joining today. Again, I'm trying to get my Radar Omega app to work, but again, every time I open the app, it shows a black screen. It shows a blank black screen. It doesn't show the radar, so I'm trying to get that to work. I had to reset the app, didn't work, so I have to kind of get in touch with the Radar Omega team to see if I can get that, refunded to me or something like that, to see if I can get another kind of try at that again. But again, I'm kind of using kind of a local TV station radar, still a helpful radar. Again, it has all the warnings on here, has, the real-time weather, all that stuff, so we'll continue, the lightning summaries on here as I can show you now. Again, it shows a lot of lightning. Again, if I zoom out, tons of lightning east of Nashville here, getting up into portions of northern portions there of Tennessee, southern Kentucky. Again, this is well south of Lexington and, well southeast of the Bowling Green area. But again, yeah, we're watching a lot of severe weather out here today, so I'm trying to get all the warnings that I can through the rest of today. As I know of so far, we still have that tornado warning. Did they get rid of that? Okay, that's the same one that that's that same tornado warning that they were allowing to expire. So no tornado warnings on the map right now. So that is some good news. We do have a severe thunderstorm warning just northeast of Little Rock. So let's get down here into northeastern Arkansas as well, as we still have some, isolated severe weather into the Arkansas vicinity near the Searcy area. This is for 60-mile-per-hour winds and that 1-inch quarter-size hail. A severe storm is located near Crosby or 7 miles northwest of Searcy, moving due south at 15 miles per hour. So kind of have a mind of its own, if you will. Searcy, Jutsonia, Kensett, Higginson, all these areas, Crosby, Albion, Clay, and Armstrong Springs, all these areas. Again, this is going to be approaching maybe just to the east of the Little Rock area here with time, but again, not moving very fast, moving south here at 15 miles per hour. This warning does go into effect here until 5:45 Central Daylight Time. So again, everybody joining, definitely, we're just not going over severe weather. Like I said, we're going over the tropics as well. We're watching the Gulf of Mexico here with kind of a whole conglomerate of thunderstorm convection activity. Again, very heavy rainfall expected across most of the southeast, and especially along the immediate coast here of the Gulf of Mexico, from far southeast Texas and especially southern Louisiana all the way through southern Alabama, Mississippi, northwestern Florida here, northern Florida into portions of south central Georgia, on up through the Carolinas here through the next several days. So we'll definitely have to keep tabs on this as well. well. Looking at the models here, again, this is the GFS forecast model, bringing that heavy rainfall all the way northward across portions of central and southern Alabama, Mississippi, so that is something to watch as well. Snowy says, still kind of drifting in and out. How? I wonder, maybe it's because I'm in my basement. I need to move somewhere else. Let's see here. Let's see if I can move somewhere else for you guys, because I definitely want to give you guys the most accurate information out here. Snowy says, it's like if you stay talking, it's okay, but when you take a bit of a break, it goes in and out. Huh. Okay, I'll try to stay talking, but I've been talking for quite a while, trying to get all these warnings. I'm already tired. I got to take a sip of water already. But definitely appreciate everybody joining and, being interactive on the live stream and the live chat. Again, the live chat is open to everybody down below, so definitely, dot down your comments, questions, concerns, all that stuff down there. Again, I'm trying to get my audio issues. Again, I'm in the basement. It's nice and cool down here. It's kind of warm outside, so I figured, okay, I'll just go down to the basement today and do the live stream for you guys, and trying to make it work out here. So definitely bear with me here with the audio issues, and I'll work on it here with time with the live stream here this evening. I promise you guys. Snowy says the tropics are weird this year. Yeah, it's La Nina. I mean, we're in a La Nina, so we're definitely on high alert for that. Again, I'll move up the audio just a little bit more for you guys. I just don't want this to be too high to where it kind of makes me cut out even more. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so let's see if this is better. Let's see if this is the Goldilocks zone on the audio side of things. Let me know down in the chat. I appreciate it. Again, this is the GFS, and then if you look over to the European forecast model, which has actually, been pretty reliant this year, kind of the same thing at the 12Z, a little farther south and a little less bullish with the rainfall. But however, I mean, still some heavy rainfall from New Orleans all the way down through the Mobile area, portions of Pensacola, Panama City, south of the Atlanta metro, getting into the Savannah, Georgia. These areas, yeah, definitely could be expecting some decent rainfall here, and this goes through the next week and a half, 2 weeks as well. So again, you're not going to see 3 inches of rain all in one day, but definitely you can't rule it out, especially if you get under, a heavy thunderstorm in these areas. Definitely something to consider as well. Again, Snowies, if I am drifting in and out, still let me know. I'll continue to adjust my audio problems here, but if I'm not, and if I sound a lot clearer now, please let me know so I know I'm doing well, so I don't have to fix it anymore. But definitely be honest with me. If I'm drifting in and out, definitely tell me. Yeah, this is the satellite right now of the Northern Gulf. We'll kind of go back. This is Hurricane Darby. Across portions of the Eastern Pacific Basin. A very strong eye wall on this still. You can see all that red and maroon colored, the black, white convection, the gray convection around the eye wall. Yeah, that's all the tall thunderstorm tops around the storm as it pushes through portions of the Eastern Pacific. Now, remember yesterday, everybody? Remember yesterday when I said this storm, if it has arms on it, arms extending west, and then the northern end, the arms extending east. We still have some of that action, but actually not seeing as much arm activity with this. Today. There's some, but there's not a lot, which means this is not breathing as much or as easy as it was yesterday. So that means this is starting to weaken in intensity. So that is some good news, as it is moving closer and closer, ever so slightly, to the Hawaiian Islands. So we definitely want this to weaken before it gets there. And it looks like if you look at the last few frames, the eye wall is starting to the northern and northwesternmost part of the eye wall has actually started to fall apart a little bit. So if you guys can kind of do the squint test here on the old satellite imagery, yeah, you can kind of see it's a kind of a perfect circle, perfect donut hole, and then it's almost like somebody crunched the donut up a little bit here on the northwestern side of that eye wall, which means it started to kind of weaken a little bit. So we'll have to watch for that as well. Moving back to the severe weather, this is what you can expect across the Northeast here. Let me see if this is okay. This is the newest HRRR model. Again, this is kind of planning out the rest of the rest of the evening out there for you guys in the New England and Mid-Atlantic area. Again, this line of storms pushing through. We'll see that through the next few hours, and then it'll start to really weaken as we kind of lose the daytime heating after the sun does set. We'll start to lose that daytime energy for the storms, all that instability out there. And then we'll say goodbye to the severe weather threat. We'll kick that to the south here. Maybe some lingering isolated severe weather across middle Tennessee and portions here of Virginia, North Carolina. But I think this largely will become more kind of just a general thunderstorm, general garden variety type thunderstorm threat here as we get toward the mid-evening hours. And then after that time frame, again, you're not seeing much here across portions of New England or most of the mid-Atlantic as we head towards the the early morning hours after midnight on your Wednesday morning. Maybe some shower activity across lower Michigan with kind of a little bit of a ripple of energy pushing in that area, but again, nothing major, no severe weather expected with that. Again, that could cause a little bit of some havoc with the rainfall across southern lower Michigan there and the portions of the southern Great Lakes, but nothing of consequence there. Mainly just a nuisance shower and storm activity as we head towards Wednesday morning in that area. Looking at another model we like to use, it's called the WRAP model, and we definitely like to use this one as well to kind of see what we can expect. Again, that line of storms kind of fading out, kind of the same theme. The WRAP model agrees. Yeah, we're starting to lose that daytime heating as that sun does set, and we'll really start to kind of lose that energy out there, and we'll start to peel away that thunderstorm activity from north to south as that cold front continues to slowly sag down to the south here towards the mid-Atlantic and the outer banks of Virginia and North Carolina as we head into the early Wednesday morning hours as well. Again, if you guys have not liked the live stream down below, I definitely appreciate everybody joining this afternoon and this evening, taking time out of your day to, appreciate a nice live stream out there. And I definitely appreciate you guys if you guys would, press that like button down below and also subscribe to the YouTube channel. I mean, it's amazing. We're almost to 300 subscribers out there, and I just started my YouTube channel again late, the last day in February. I think it was like the 28th or so of 2022. And again, we're already almost to 300 subscribers. So definitely pretty awesome out there. And you guys are amazing. I have the most wonderful audience out there. So again, you guys rock. I enjoy, listening to all your comments, questions, concerns out there. Definitely in my videos, in the comments down below there, and also here in the live streams. You guys make it lots of fun, very interactive, and I definitely appreciate each and every one of you as well. Yeah, thank you for the love down there. Thank you for the love. Thank you for the thumbs up down there. Definitely appreciate it. We're getting closer to 20 likes. Again, I'm trying to get up to 50 likes here in the live stream or more. That was my goal, and my goal is to hit 300 subscribers here in the next couple days as well. So if you guys could please help me out, I definitely would appreciate that as well. Again, we got awesome weather content coming out here as we head through the rest of this week. So definitely stick with me with all the videos at night, and we'll definitely keep you covered. We'll break down a lot of the severe weather here, if we do have any, across the country from coast to coast. The heat wave coming up, a lot of the tropical weather. We'll keep you covered on all that from the Eastern Pacific to the Atlantic and the Gulf of Mexico and everywhere in between. Definitely stay tuned for that. All right, let's see. We got more warnings here. Let's see. Where do we want to start? That's the question. Where do we want to start? Yeah, we got a lot of storms, still a pretty healthy looking storms kind of cluster up in the northern portions here of Connecticut, southern Massachusetts here, getting closer and closer to the Worcester area here as we get into portions of southern Massachusetts. Again, this is a severe thunderstorm located over Chicopee, moving east at 45 miles per hour, so decent forward speed with this storm. Again, this has had the history of producing tree damage already this afternoon, and it continues to wreak havoc across southern Massachusetts and far northern Connecticut here. Again, 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts and 1-inch quarter-size hail. Again, Springfield, Chicopee, Holyoke, as well as the West Springfield area, Ludlow, all these areas here impacted. Longmeadow, the Belchertown area, Charlton, Palmer, Spencer, Dudley, Leicester, as well as Ware and Sturbridge. All these areas impacted again until 6:45 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. Again, this is approaching the Worcester area here into Massachusetts. And again, this is all north and northeast of Hartford, Connecticut as well. Again, thank you guys for joining. Again, I have the most wonderful audience on here. You guys rock. You guys really, truly do rock. And again, if you guys are so inclined to, definitely press and smash that like button down below. It definitely means a lot to me. And if you guys have not subscribed to the YouTube channel, definitely appreciate that as well. Like I said, we have amazing weather content coming up. I have some awesome plans here for the future on the channel as we continue to grow. Definitely have some awesome things coming out. Again, I feel like I kind of break things down for you in my videos a lot more than a lot of YouTubers do on my daily forecast videos. So if you guys appreciate that, I definitely would appreciate if you would, press that like button down below and subscribe, like I said. So again, like I break down severe weather coverage a lot more than a lot of YouTubers do out there. I break down the CAPE environment with the convective available potential energy, otherwise known as instability out there. I break down the wind shear, kind of the whole setup here for the setups, when we get the severe weather across the country as well. Again, sometimes I talk so fast I don't even know what I'm saying. I know what I'm saying, but I don't. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? But yeah, we're seeing severe thunderstorm watches for portions of New England. Again, this is for Philadelphia, New York City, getting down towards Washington, D.C. This is until about, 10 o'clock Eastern Daylight Time, so the next few hours across this area. So we'll have to watch that. Again, we have another watch back towards Charleston, West Virginia. I think that will be trimmed rather soon, as we're kind of seeing maybe a thunderstorm west of Charleston, but that is not severe right now. All the severe weather kind of along that cold front as it pushes to the southeast. Again, that watch is until 10 o'clock Eastern Daylight Time down near the Charleston, West Virginia area, the Roanoke area, Lynchburg, Harrisonburg, all these areas impacted. Again, all these warnings down into Middle Tennessee and Southern Kentucky, there's no watch box here. So these storms have just kind of fired up here over the last, several frames. And yeah, we're seeing kind of a stronger line segment moving just north of Cookeville and into Middle and Eastern Tennessee, kind of mainly along and north of the Interstate 40 corridor, as it comes from west to east here across portions, moves from west to east across portions here of Tennessee. Again, we're watching these warnings down into portions near the Searcy area. This is in east central and northeastern Arkansas. This is again for 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts, quarter-size hail. That 1-inch hail we look forward for severe weather. Again, for severe weather, what the criteria you need for kind of a general severe thunderstorm is 58-mile-per-hour wind gusts or higher, as well as that 1-inch or that quarter-size hail here. That's what severe criteria is. Now, if we look for a considerable, I know a lot of the National Weather Services have started to kind of come out with it ever since the derecho in Iowa. In August of 2020, they did kind of come out with a new format for kind of issuing warnings out there, at least for severe thunderstorm warnings. For the new criteria for that is actually for a baseline warning, is what they call a baseline severe thunderstorm warning. That's 58 mile per hour or higher, or also here, so from about 58 miles per hour to 70 miles per hour and quarter size hail, that's what we can expect here for a baseline severe thunderstorm warning. Now, looking at a considerable severe thunderstorm warning, that is actually considered 70 to 80 mile per hour wind gusts and hail that could be up to the size of baseballs. So from anywhere from about golf ball size to up to around baseball size. That's considered a considerable tag on a severe thunderstorm warning. Now the highest tag you can get is a destructive severe thunderstorm warning. Now that is actually issued for 80 mile per hour wind gusts or higher, or baseball size hail or higher with these storms as well. So that's what's considered a baseline, considerable, and then a destructive tag. Again, this did come about I think after the Iowa derecho here in 2020. A lot of the National Weather Service, including I think the Storm Prediction Center, kind of took a look back and kind of stepped back from the drawing board and said, what do we have to do differently? Because this was once in a century type of storm. Again, if you guys didn't know about this, definitely research it. The Iowa derecho of 2020 was the strongest, probably one of the most intense derechos we'll probably ever see in the United States in all of our lifetimes, including mine. I'm only 21 years old, and I don't think we'll probably ever see something like that of that magnitude probably in my lifetime again. That was pretty insane. They had wind gusts in the Cedar Rapids, Iowa area or thereabouts of 140 miles per hour estimated with that derecho. So that is pretty incredible. A lot of silos out there with the corn in there, all the silos, the barns out there, flat corn crops for miles across east central Iowa. That was a heck of a storm. That is for sure. Again, you guys can research that on Google. You can type in August 10th. I think it was August 10th. Yeah, August 10th, 2020, Iowa derecho. That was a pretty, there's a whole article on it, several different articles I'm sure out there. I know the Storm Prediction Center and probably even a lot of the National Weather Services, the Quad Cities National Weather Service, the Chicago National Weather Service, probably have a little bit of an article on all that. So definitely go check that out as well. Let's see here in the chat who is talking to me on the chat here. Snowy says, we call donut holes Timbits. Do ya? I did not know that. Well, thank you for letting me know. I definitely, you guys teach me something new every day as well as I teach you guys something new about the weather, so I definitely appreciate it. Before I get more of the comments, we got a new extension to severe thunderstorm warning here in northern portions of Maine. This is for 60 mile per hour wind gusts and quarter size hail. Again, this is moving east at 30 miles per hour. So definitely have to watch this over the next several minutes. Again, this goes in effect until 7 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. Again, 60 mile per hour wind gusts and quarter size hail. And again, I got you guys covered on most of these warnings here. through the height of this system here as we head through the rest of the next couple hours here. So definitely stick with me here on the live stream. Again, if you guys have not liked the live stream below, definitely would be appreciative if you guys would, press that thumbs up button. We're getting close to 20. Would be awesome if we got up to 50 likes here. Let's try and get me to closer to 50 likes here on the live stream. Would be very much appreciated. And again, if we can get close to 300, subscribers, 248 subscribers is quite a bit for starting out. I definitely would appreciate if you guys would subscribe as well. We got awesome weather content coming your way later this week, so definitely check out the YouTube channel and all of my videos. I got a new awesome video coming out here tomorrow, and also I had a video here from last night as well. I got some awesome plans here for the future of the channel, so definitely stay tuned with Weather on the Go here and all the Weather on the Go family. I appreciate you. I consider everybody the Weather on the Go family here when you join the live stream here, so definitely appreciate that. Again, we got storms. Let's see here. Again, approaching the New York City area right now. We still got a warning that kind of a backward C shape here with this. Definitely have to watch that. Kind of a strong gust front with this, so we'll have to watch. Again, moving closer to the northwestern and western side of the New York City metro here. Again, still a ways away, but 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts. And earlier, actually, did have a capability, I believe, of a 70-mile-per-hour potential with this storm. Since then, it's kind of weakened a little bit, kind of recycling, but 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts and quarter-size hail is a possibility with this storm. So that 1-inch hail and that 60-mile-per-hour wind gust, yeah, that could definitely do some damage out there. And you definitely don't want to be outside with that, 60-mile-an-hour wind gust threat with quarter-size hail, sideways, blowing into your windows or anything like that. Definitely something to move inside for. That's for sure, and that's for any thunderstorm as well. This is moving east at 40 miles an hour. Again, Morristown, Dover, Madison, Florham Park, East Hanover, Lincoln Park, all these areas, Chatham, Boonton, Wharton, Morris Plains, all these areas here. Again, this is getting close to the Newark area, getting close to Patterson here. This is the far, far northwestern suburbs here of the New York City area. So you're probably seeing some darkening skies in the New York City area off to your north and west right now as well. And again, as these storms push here farther south, they'll get more into the stronger instability here as well. So keep that in mind. We got storms approaching the Atlantic City and Ocean City area. This is near Vineland here. This is in portions, I do believe, of Maryland. Ocean City and Atlantic City are in Maryland. Again, this is for 70-mile-per-hour wind gusts and quarter-size hail. We're seeing that out there as well. That's a pretty intense storm. 70-mile-an-hour winds and quarter-size hail can do some damage as well. Again, 70-mile-an-hour winds, I've seen it many times in my lifetime. I've been through a few hurricanes myself, and even in the Midwest here, and 70-mile-per-hour winds can uproot trees. So that could be very dangerous. You don't want trees falling on your home or car or anything like that. So definitely heed the warning and move to the lowest, most interior room if you are in the path of these storms. If you live in Vineland, Millville, Cumberland, Somers Point, Vienna, as well as Laurel Lake, Woodbine, Newfield, Corbin City, Newport, Leesburg, Seaville, Dorothy, all these areas, Dennisville. Again, between mile markers 11 and 12 here, the Garden State Parkway, again, between mile markers 11 and 12, and between mile markers 29 and 30. Again, this is approaching the outer banks here of the Maryland area towards and just south of Atlantic City and Ocean City, Maryland right now. Again, if you guys have not liked the live stream, definitely would appreciate it if you would like it down below. We're getting, ever so slightly closer to the 20 likes down there. We do actually have a lot more warnings than I thought we'd have today across portions of Middle Tennessee. So let's get to these. This is all east of Nashville, kind of along the Interstate 40 corridor that runs west to east across middle and eastern Tennessee. Again, this is until 6:15 Central Daylight Time. Severe storms are located along the line extending from Gainesboro to near Smyrna as well, moving southeast at 25 miles per hour. 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts and nickel-size hail. Murfreesboro, Carthage, Gainesboro, Smyrna, Watertown, Gordonsville, Walter Hill, Hickman, South Carthage, Alexandria, all these areas here right along the Interstate 40 corridor, approaching the Cookeville area, approaching Smithville, down towards McMinnville as well as Woodbury, and kind of right along and north of Interstate 24, and kind of right along the Interstate 40 corridor running west to east and northwest to southeast across portions of middle and eastern Tennessee. Again, there's a lot of warnings out here. Let me take a little bit of a drink here as I've been talking for so long. So if I'm quiet here for just one moment, that's just because I'm taking a little bit of a drink from talking for so long. And again, like I said, I'm keeping you posted for all these warnings, and we'll keep you we'll keep you ahead of all of the dangerous weather out there, the developing weather, that's for sure. Again, while you're here, might as well just press the like button. Might as well press the like button if you guys are here in the live stream. Definitely much appreciated. Again, if you guys have not subscribed to the YouTube channel, definitely appreciate it. Again, awesome weather content coming your way as well through the next several days and the next several months ahead. So definitely appreciate everybody joining my channel and joining the live stream as always. All the regulars out there, Christian, Snowies. I know there's a few others as well. Yeah, definitely appreciate it. You guys, gaming, you guys are amazing. Nolan's, you guys are awesome. The Dixon, Dixon, you guys are cool. Everybody joining the live streams here and the live chat, definitely appreciate it. Like I said, I'm just gonna every once in a while take a drink because I'm talking so much because there's a lot of warnings out here, that's for sure. The models were hinting at this. The models were hinting at this potential, several days in advance. And let's see here. I have not. This is the Storm Prediction Center. I'm surprised I haven't shown you guys this yet. This is the Storm Prediction Center's outlook here for the rest of today. There is actually an enhanced risk, so they did actually bump this up to a level 3 of 5 earlier today. I did not notice that, but they actually did. Yeah, they bumped this up to an enhanced risk across portions here of northern and western New Jersey, southeastern Pennsylvania, getting down through the Washington, D.C. area and the Maryland, and far northeast Virginia as well. Again, not much of a tornado risk here. Still at 2% chance of tornado. Can't rule it out. Much higher chance here of damaging winds in that 15, and especially that enhanced risk, that 30% area of wind. And then the hail risk is kind of a little lower as the instability is not really there for huge hailstones today, but still can't rule out some, we've already seen potential golf ball size hail across these areas already today as well. Again, we're not just covering severe weather. Again, this is Hurricane Darby across the eastern and getting towards the central Pacific here right now. This is moving west towards the Hawaiian Islands. Again, as I mentioned earlier, you saw yesterday, if you guys tuned in yesterday to the live stream or any of my videos here, what we're talking about with the arms coming off of the hurricane here. Not seeing much of that today. It's kind of, the arms aren't really, very strong coming off the think of a hurricane kind of as an octopus. It has all these arms and tentacles, coming off the northern side of the hurricane and also the southern side of the hurricane you always look for. And when it has those tentacles, as I call it, or the arms, yeah, that's when the hurricane breathes out there. And when it breathes, it actually, it actually is pretty strong hurricane. And that's when it's very, that's when we had that category 4. That's when we had that category 4 hurricane. Again, another feature to watch different with the arms. You can see has the eye wall here. Yesterday, the eye wall was more center to the hurricane. The eye wall is actually more displaced from the center. It's more eastern, kind of on the eastern flank here of the system. And that also means this is starting to weaken. The reason why is because we're seeing a lot of cooler waters here in the portions of the Pacific. And this is moving over, cooler waters. So this is going to weaken. Hurricanes like warmer waters. And that is definitely something to watch as well. Hey Gio, how are you doing? Hello. Appreciate you joining the live stream here this afternoon and evening. Definitely appreciate it. Christian says, I'm in the Weather on the Go family. Yes, you are, man. You are with the Weather on the Go family. That is for sure. All you guys are. You guys are amazing. Terrific audience out here today. Hope everybody's having a tremendous Tuesday. Again, you guys rock. You guys really rock. Again, I have great videos. Again, I break stuff down a lot more than there's a lot of amazing YouTubers out there. That's for sure. I know Max Velocity. He's down in North Texas there. You got Roy Ponder from Ponder on Weather, Pow Ponder on Weather. He did take a trip, I think, to the Pacific Northwest for a couple weeks, so he won't have videos here until probably the end of July. But yeah, definitely some awesome YouTubers out there for sure. And, I know I'm not the only one, and there's definitely a lot of amazing people out there for sure covering the weather, and YouTube is a great platform to grow on, so that is for sure. And that's kind of why I started. I figured, all these guys are doing weather, and I know a lot about the weather as well. I'm learning along the way, and I figured, well, might as well share my passion and share my enthusiasm with people, and definitely start a channel. And here I am now, and yeah, I love it. I love all the people on here, and you guys are amazing. You really are. So I appreciate it. Snowy says, why so many Texas weather people? I'm not sure. Maybe it's because Texas is a big state. Maybe that's why. Maybe Texas is one of the biggest states in the United States here besides Alaska. So, yeah, maybe that's why. Kind of the real estate issue. I don't know. Seems like a lot of people, I think you are right, though. A lot of people are from North Texas that do weather. But, I mean, to each their own. To each their own, that's for sure. I mean, there could be 40 people from North Texas that I don't know about that still do the weather. On YouTube, anyway, so. Again, let's get back to the warnings. We got another warning here east of Washington, D.C. So this is across the Bay Area. We got Annapolis here, Maryland, actually in the warning. Again, 70-mile-per-hour wind gusts and quarter-size hail in the I can't even speak today. I'm very sorry, folks. I'm talking so fast trying to get through all these warnings, and I can't even talk sometimes. Annapolis, Maryland, the storm is near the area there and moving east at 40 miles per hour. 70-mile-per-hour wind gusts here and quarter-size hail. Again, this is for Severn, Annapolis, Crofton, as well as Naval Academy, the Dobbins Island area, as well as Pinehurst, Gibson Island. All these areas are impacted by the storm. Again, 70-mile-per-hour winds. As I take these warnings and watches off, you can see kind of a little bit of a backward C shape to that. And whenever you see that kind of reflection on the radar, yeah, you're definitely going to be seeing some of that damaging wind potential out there. Again, this just crossed through the Washington, D.C. metro area, and now is going to be crossing over here, the Bay Area here as well. So definitely watch this as we head through the next few minutes. But as I put the warnings back on here, this is actually, so as it crosses the bay into portions of St. Michael's, Easton, up towards Centerville here in the Kent Island area, getting towards Denton, this is actually still in Maryland, heading towards western Delaware. Again, still kind of an extension of the warning farther east. Yeah, you can see 70-mile-per-hour wind gusts and that quarter-size hail potential as this moves east at 45 miles per hour, crossing over the Bay Area. Again, it's for a line extending from near Arnold to Severn River to near Deal, again moving east at 45 miles an hour. This goes in effect until 7:15 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, so definitely keep in mind there as this kind of pushes towards far western Delaware here with time as well. Looking down here into portions of, let's see, I believe this is either in West Virginia. I got to take the radar thing off here. Okay, West Virginia. We got warnings here in West Virginia. Again, golf ball size hail. So like I said, we don't have a lot of instability today, but every once in a while, some of these storms could be producing that 2-inch hail, and that's what we have here, a golf ball size hail. 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts here, moving southeast at 40 miles per hour. Again, golf ball size hail is definitely a big concern here for the Lewisburg area, Hinton, White Sulphur Springs, Ronceverte, I hope I'm pronouncing that right, Alderson, Rupert, and Union. All these areas, again, until 6:45 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time for Greenbrier, Summers, and Monroe counties in southeastern and eastern West Virginia. This will be pushing into western portions of Virginia here towards the Lynchburg and Roanoke areas here rather soon, so do be on the lookout there as well. Again, we're watching all these storms down into portions of middle and eastern Tennessee as well as southern Kentucky. We got a storm here for southern Kentucky. Again, that storm is weakened below severe limits, so that is some good news there. Still seeing some 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts and penny-size hail moving southeast out of southern Kentucky and into northeastern Tennessee right now. Again, this is for 60-mile-per-hour winds, penny-size hail moving southeast to 20 miles an hour, located over the Stearns area or over Whitley City. Again, La Follette, as well as Oneida, Jellicoe, Winfield, Elk Valley, Ketchen, Indian Mountain State Park, Clearfield, Fincastle, and White Oak, all impacted by this warning right now. Again, this includes Interstate 75 corridor there in Tennessee between mile markers 143 and 161. So definitely heed the warning there if you live into those areas as well. And if you're a truck driver out there, I try to get you your information out there as well to the mile markers so you can be aware of your surroundings there as well if you're a truck driver out there. So that's why I go over that. I don't just keep people at home safe, I keep people on the road safe as well. So that's why I go over some of the mile markers with these warnings too. Let's see here on the chat. With all these warnings, I'm trying to get through the chat here as well. Let's see. Thank you guys for all of the likes down below. I definitely appreciate it. If you guys have not liked the YouTube channel or even this live stream in general, you might as well just like it down below. Definitely appreciate it. Also subscribe to the YouTube channel. We need one more subscriber to get to 250 here. So who's going to be the one to do it? Definitely appreciate it. Let's see here. Yeah, again, sorry if I get very quiet. It's just because I'm taking a sip of water or something because I've been talking here for a while this afternoon. Snowy says probably, and then she also says, I hope truck drivers aren't watching. Why you say that? Oh, because they're driving the truck? Yeah, they might be listening to it, maybe. We'll see. I know some truck drivers, at least on the bigger channels, yeah, they listen to some of these broadcasts, that's for sure. At least the radio, like the NOAA weather radio, yeah, that's very helpful for them. Stuff like that. Again, thank you guys. I could not ask you to, anything better. You guys are amazing. You guys are probably one of the most amazing people, literally on YouTube. You guys are awesome. You literally rock. Liking up all this here, all these live streams, liking up all my videos, subscribing to the YouTube channel. I mean, you guys are amazing, and I definitely appreciate the loyal audience out there. Definitely appreciate it. All the regulars that come here to the live streams, like Snowy's, Christian, all these guys. You guys rock. You really do. And again, all these other people that I haven't mentioned that, are regulars to the live stream, like, I don't know if Tim's back. Tim, if you're in the live stream, hello out there. Who else am I missing out there? Dixon, Nolans, all you guys here. You definitely rock. Gaming, all the regulars here on the YouTube channel, definitely appreciate it as well. You guys make this such an amazing place to be on the YouTube channel. So definitely commend you for that. It's been so busy with the warnings. We're starting to slow down with some of the warnings across Vermont, New Hampshire, so that is good. We're seeing a warning on kind of the, south of Dover area in New Hampshire. Still a warning there, so we'll get to that. 60 mile per hour wind gusts, the penny-size hail potential. Again, this is moving to the east at 40 miles per hour for Rockingham County in southern New Hampshire. Again, Derry, Portsmouth, and Hampton, Durham, all these areas impacted by this. This will be moving out of the Outer Banks there in New Hampshire rather soon. We do got a warning here again into northeastern portions of Connecticut. This is moving towards northwest Rhode Island for 60 mile an hour wind gusts and 1-inch quarter-size hail moving east at 45 miles per hour near the Stafford area, or 9 miles northeast of Vernon. Again, at 6:05 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, an amateur radio reported multiple trees down in the Long Meadow, Massachusetts area. So this has history of producing some wind damage, that tree and power line damage out there. So definitely take that very seriously if you live in those areas. That is for sure. We still got a bunch of warnings west-southwest of Washington, D.C. we'll get to here, kind of between the Culpeper and all the Warrenton area. Again, this is for 60 mile an hour winds and quarter-size hail. Again, this is for portions here of the Maryland area, getting into portions of Virginia. Again, for 60 mile an hour wind gusts, quarter-size hail moving east at 25 miles an hour. So Warrenton, Bealton, as well as Opal, Turnbull, Viewtown, Rixieville, Jeffersonton, as well as Allenthus, all these areas impacted by this here again across portions of far northern Virginia and getting into Maryland here as we head through the next few minutes. Pushing back westward toward the Harrisonburg area, we have a warning here. Again, 60 mile an hour wind gusts and quarter-size hail impacted here these areas. Again, this goes in effect here till 7:30 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. A severe storm was located near Broadway, or 11 miles northeast of Harrisonburg, moving due east at 30 miles an hour. Again, 60 mile per hour wind gusts and quarter-size hail. Localized power outages are possible. Unsecured light objects may be projectiles with this storm, so definitely heed the warning there if you are northeast of the Harrisonburg area, if you are in West Virginia, Maryland, or Virginia here with that storm as well. We still got that storm back here into portions of Arkansas, and as I zoomed out more, there's actually more severe weather in southeast Colorado we'll get to here in a moment. North of the Little Rock area, just east of Conway here, again, just generally east of Highway 65 and, east of the I-40 corridor in central Arkansas. We're seeing a severe thunderstorm warning here. This is for 60 mile per hour wind gusts, quarter-size hail. This storm's not moving very quick, and really it says actually stationary, nearly stationary here again until 6:15 Central Daylight Time. So if you live in Valonia, Enola, Mount Vernon, Holland, Barney, Hamlet, or El Paso, Arkansas, definitely heed the warning here with kind of a little bit of a line segment moving almost due south toward the northeastern edge there, the Little Rock area, within the next few minutes. Moving over here a little bit farther west here, we haven't reached this area quite yet. Southeastern Colorado near the Pueblo area. Getting down towards Walsenburg. We definitely have a kind of a line segment moving through this area as well. Severe storms are located along a line extending from 18 miles north of Walsenburg to near Pueblo Depot, moving southeast at 20 miles per hour, so not very quickly, but still moving at least. So we definitely could drop some heavy rainfall across some of these areas. Again, 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts and penny-size hail. So for Pueblo, Boone, Salt Creek, Blend, Avondale, as well as Pueblo Depot, the Pueblo Reservoir, as well as Pueblo West and Colorado City, all of these areas are impacted by this warning here again until about, let's see here, 5:30 Mountain Daylight Time for central Pueblo County into southeastern Colorado. Farther to the south here, again, another warning. This is for some bigger hail, getting closer to that 2-inch size, about that, ping pong ball size hail, and 60-mile-an-hour wind gust threat. This is moving southeast at 15 miles per hour. The reason why these storms are moving slow is what we call deep layer shear. There's not a lot of shear in this environment. There's kind of a little more instability, but a lot less shear, and that's kind of why these storms aren't moving very fast at all. And as I zoom out more, we actually have another kind of rogue severe thunderstorm warning just north of Minneapolis here, St. Paul area, getting up into northeastern Minnesota. We got a warning here. Severe thunderstorm was located near Ogle. I can't even pronounce that, folks. Could you help me? I've had a long day already, just going over all these warnings. But again, this is over Ogleville, I believe, or something like that, 25 miles west of Pine City, moving southeast at 25 miles per hour. Again, northeastern Minnesota, 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts and that 1-inch quarter-size hail. Ogleville. It looks like Ogleville. Okay. I said Ogleville. I meant Ogleville. Mora and Brunswick, all these areas impacted by this severe thunderstorm warning. Again, I try not to butcher these names, guys, and some of these names are tough for me. I'm more of a Midwesterner, so once I get to the Northeast or the Northern Plains or back down south, I lose my mind sometimes. So I definitely apologize for that. We're all human out here, so that's for sure. Again, if you guys have not liked the live stream down below, we're at 21 likes. Definitely would appreciate it. If we get to 25 likes here in the next few minutes, definitely much appreciated out there as well. And if you have not subscribed to the YouTube channel, we're at 249 subscribers. Would be much appreciated for another subscriber. Let's see who gets to 250 subscribers for me. That would be pretty sweet if you guys could help me out here as well. Again, we got severe thunderstorm warnings across the Philadelphia, New York City area. Again, this goes in effect till 10 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time this evening across these areas. So let's look at here at the chat. Snowies, they need to keep their eye on the road. Yeah, they do. That's for sure. Don't look at me. I would totally butcher them. Don't look at you, Snowies. Yeah, well, I mean, we're all human, like I said. We're all human. Like I said, I'm originally from the Midwest, and then I moved down to western Florida. I used to live in actually southwest Florida. I used to live in Naples, Florida, and then I moved back north here to northern Illinois. And a lot of scenery changes from Florida to Illinois, let me tell you, especially with the winters. Winters are a lot different from Florida to northern Illinois. A lot more snow, a lot more cold, that's for sure. And I know everybody's like, why is this guy talking about winter right now? But yeah, that tells you about my life, especially moving from Florida to northern Illinois. Very diverse weather around northern Illinois. You get one day it's 80 degrees and severe weather, and the next day it's especially towards November time frame, the crazy what we call weather whiplash. You have the 70 degree weather and you have severe thunderstorms, and the next day it could be 30 degrees and snow, and that's northern Illinois for you. And that's probably not just limited to northern Illinois. That's probably Iowa, Minnesota, Wisconsin, all these areas. That is for sure. Still watching this line segment east of Nashville here. Again, approaching the Cookeville area. Very heavy rainfall here. This pushed through the Lebanon area and Smyrna very quickly here earlier on, and is actually continuing to move southeast at 25 miles an hour, extending from a line from Gainsboro to near Smyrna and moving southeast to there now at 25 miles an hour. Again, 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts and nickel-size hail, so not quite seeing that 1-inch hail with this storm, but still a 60-mile-an-hour wind gust potential has actually been issued. That's why they issued that severe thunderstorm warning, was for the damaging wind threat there. Again, this goes in effect till 6:15 p.m. Central Daylight Time across these areas, so definitely heed the warning in Murfreesboro, Carthage, Gainsboro, just southeast of Smyrna now, get down towards Liberty, Auburntown, all these areas here infected by this here as well. Again, still watching this across the northern and northeastern side there of the Little Rock area. This is actually, if I look at the last few frames, this cell has just blown up completely into kind of a line segment. Look at that. Just kind of a small little cell, and then all of a sudden kind of a line of storms trying to develop just north and northeast of the Little Rock area. And that might be an increasing threat for damaging straight line winds. Again, this is not moving very quickly. So if you get under this storm near the Enola area, and the Enola area here in Arkansas, you're going to be seeing some potentially flooding rains from all that moisture, kind of wringing that moisture out in the atmosphere in this area. Villanova, as well as Enola, Mount Vernon, Holland, Barney, Hamlet, and El Paso, Arkansas, all impacted by that storm as well. We're also watching those warnings in southeastern Colorado near the Pueblo area and north of Minneapolis, St. Paul here into those areas as well for that 60-mile-an-hour wind gust threat, as well as that kind of quarter-size hail threat with some of those storms out there as well. So if there's anything you guys want me to look at, I definitely can look at that for you. Again, we haven't got to the heat wave. We'll get to that here in just a few minutes. I did promise to look at that here in the models, kind of when everything starts to try to quiet down out there. It has quieted down a little bit across portions, at least it looks like they got rid of that watch box here in portions of southern Vermont and parts of Massachusetts, so that is good. That means they're starting to trim those the watches back. That means the conditions are becoming more stable. We're not seeing as much instability in those areas. The cold front has passed, and we're starting to kind of dry out the atmosphere in those areas. Again, we got a warning northwest here of the Newburgh area, and this is in far southern portions of New York State. This is for 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts and quarter-size hail. Doesn't look very impressive on the radar here, but is moving east at 40 miles an hour. Again, for Woodstock, Woodland Valley Campground, West Shokin, as well as Kenneth L. Wilson Campground, High Falls, Mount Tremper, Olive Bridge, West Hurley, all these areas. Again, it doesn't look impressive on radar as I take the warnings off, but definitely can watch out for some strong damaging winds here. Good rush of wind from these storms coming down from the downdraft of the storm. Definitely have to watch this across this area within the next few minutes as well. So I put the lightning out and kind of zoom out for you guys to show you how much lightning we're seeing across portions of the United States. The most dense lightning is actually across the southwestern United States. So we'll look at all the monsoonal weather across this area from Utah. Very, very nice to see some rainfall in Utah. We don't need the lightning there because we have a lot of dry ground. We don't need to spark any new fires, but definitely could use the rain in Utah and even Nevada there. Again, the lightning is not needed. We don't need any new fires, that's for sure. Like I said, we don't need any new fires, but we definitely need the rainfall over there. Again, this is mainly northeast of Phoenix toward the Flagstaff area. Some scattered showers and storms there. Again, near kind of all around the Albuquerque, Santa Fe area as well. And then up into portions here of the Colorado Rockies, Utah, so just south of Salt Lake City. Southern Utah there, definitely seeing some showers and storms. Moving through your neck of the woods. A couple storms north and west here, the Amarillo area with some lightning returns there as well here in the panhandle of Texas, kind of with some of that monsoonal flow pushing in, so that is something to watch as well. And a couple widely scattered showers and storms again now down near the Austin area, Houston, kind of the peak heating of the day as I put the temperatures on here, and you can see all the temperatures. Let me take the lightning off. See all the pinks on here? Pinks and purples, that's 100-degree temperatures on here, that is for sure. So the peak heating of the day, you have a lot of heat. Definitely when you reach what we call that convective temperature, the atmosphere can just go off and produce a thunderstorm in these areas. And that's kind of what we have here in Texas, kind of what we see in Florida sometimes, where it gets real hot and real warm, and you have that dry ground sometimes. You reach that convective temperature, and then you have those thunderstorms here. Like I said, I'll put the lightning tracker back on. You can see all across south central Texas towards, in between the San Antonio area towards, the Houston area, the western Houston metro, getting up towards portions of San Angelo and northwest and all around the Austin area. Definitely watching that, as well as down toward the Del Rio area here into Texas and towards Corpus Christi as well. We're watching some of those thunderstorms across these areas. Again, thanks for the likes down below. I definitely appreciate it. We're up to 22 likes now. Appreciate it if you guys would like the live stream down below. You guys mean a lot to me here, and I definitely appreciate everybody joining again this afternoon and evening for another live stream here, severe weather and tropical coverage, as well as the heat wave I'm going to talk about here in momentarily. So do stay tuned for that if you do want to know the next couple weeks across your neck of the woods. I'm going over that just right now as I find my bearings here. Let me see. Okay, forecast models. Okay, let's look at this here. Let's look at a couple different things. First, let's look at the heat. This is the GFS model. Okay, and now again, a lot of times people don't like to look at the GFS because it's been all wonky this year. It's been producing these weird hurricanes for some odd reason here earlier on this year, and didn't happen across the Gulf. It's always 2 weeks ahead of time, and then it shows another hurricane. But definitely kind of been good on the signal, at least the trends for heat waves. But I think the GFS is still a little too bullish on the heat waves. So let me show you what I'm seeing here. The GFS really ramps up that heat across the central southern plains as we get towards that Thursday time frame here, the next couple days. This is Thursday, July 14th, and the GFS is actually it's showing temperatures here in Nebraska, southern South Dakota, all the way down through western Kansas, much of Oklahoma, much of Texas. Again, upper 90s to lower 100s here. You got some of that cooler weather across those areas here in the Great Lakes, here in the Ohio Valley, and the portions of interior New England where you got that shortwave trough pushing on in. Again, a lot of warmth across portions of the West Coast. This is moving toward your Thursday time frame. And then as we kind of move a little farther along towards that Friday time frame, look at all the heat really expanding, really intensifying across the central southern plains. Again, all that cooler weather here, even including where I live here in northern Illinois, is continuing. We might struggle to reach 70 degrees across most of New England as we head into that Friday time frame, the 15th here of this coming Friday. So according to at least the GFS model, so we'll have to watch for that as we move through time. And then look at how intense the heat does get as we head towards the middle and end of this month, at least according to the GFS here. Look at that. It shows temperatures up to near 110 on the GFS model up into South Dakota. Now, again, the GFS model has been a little too bullish, I think, on some of the heat. Has been a little too high, but we'll have to see. The trends are there. And then here, without going too far out, again, look at all the heat just kind of expanding across the United States here with the GFS model. And as we get towards that 23rd of July timeframe, again, we're a couple weeks out, so this could very well change. But seeing 114s, 115s in Nebraska is pretty incredible to even have that on a model run a couple weeks down the line. Again, let's look here at the European weather forecast model. This has actually been the model that I prefer more than the GFS this year. It's been performing very well with the temperatures out there. It's been performing very well with the storm systems out there. So let's look at this as we head through your day tomorrow on your Wednesday. Again, you could expect temperatures in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, down through portions of Houston, down towards San Angelo, San Antonio, Austin, all these areas, 105 to near 110 for high temperatures here. Very dry grounds. Drier grounds warm up a lot faster than a wet ground does. Just think of your, let's see, if you have a garden hose out there, right? If you have a garden hose out there and you spray the ground down, and then the other part of the ground here on the other side you don't spray, a lot of that water has to come out of the ground, and it takes a lot of energy for the moisture in the ground to come out and then evaporate up here into the atmosphere, and which means if that has a lot of energy, you don't have a lot of that heat building across that area with all the energy from the moisture transporting and evaporating out of the ground. But when you have a drier ground, then you have a lot less of that energy coming out of the ground because you're not evaporating as much, so you have a lot more displacement there, and that's when you have a lot of heat building across your area. And that's what we see across Texas here, so that is something to watch. I hope I explained that right. I believe so. I kind of a little bit of an analogy for you to kind of get the real picture of how things go with kind of the dry ground out there as well. And look at here the European model. Look how bullish this is. I mean, the European model has performed well, so I wouldn't want to let these numbers down. I mean, even into Nebraska, some 100-degree temperatures are not out of the realm of possibility for your Thursday time frame in the next couple days. We're at Tuesday, July the 12th here, and as we move towards Thursday, July 14th, yeah, we could see definitely some heat building out there. That is for sure. And I guess I will keep you updated on my YouTube channel here with my daily forecast, my daily weather forecast videos in the morning. So definitely stay tuned to that. Also like my videos here as well. Helps to get it out to more and more people. During the morning time frame when I put those out as well. As we head towards Friday, look at that. Just widespread heat in just the same areas. And I know Roy Ponder here from Pow Ponder on Weather here. Sometimes I do some of the live streams with him down there here in Texas. And yeah, he's up in the Pacific Northwest, and he's loving all the 70s and 80s up there. And back where he lives here in North Texas there, yeah, he's going to be baking. They're going to be baking down there here to the, the 105-degree mark across these areas in the next, few days. So that is something to watch as well. At least, according to the GFS model, or I mean the European model rather. I mean, the GFS model is showing it as well, just a little more bullish. And again, look at that, just continuously, day after day after day, as we head through, the next weekend here and beyond. And it looks like there's a signal here on the on the European model here of this actually building farther north towards Manitoba, farther north towards portions of Alberta, even Saskatchewan here, with 90-degree high temperatures possible in southern Manitoba, southern portions of Saskatchewan, maybe even some middle 90s in southern Saskatchewan as we head towards early next week. So again, this kind of tells you how intense this heat wave will be, as we'll have that ridge really building into central Canada. And again, snowies, if you're wondering for that heat into the Toronto area, yeah, you might be talking about some lower to mid 80s daily across your area if this verifies. So definitely something to watch. And again, that just continues as we head towards the end of July. Again, I'll keep you posted on all of that here in my videos in the mornings. I just kind of wanted to give you a general rundown of how we can expect all that heat and why we're expecting it. And I'll give you more of a breakdown of that in my videos tomorrow morning as well. So let's get back up here to Maine. We got a lot of warnings here in the northern portions of Maine approaching the Caribou area. I mean, how often do we see severe thunderstorm warnings in Caribou, Maine? I mean, not very often. So definitely watching this. Again, west of Caribou, 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts and quarter-size hail. So if you live west of Caribou, Maine, very far northern Maine here, getting up towards Quebec, yeah, we're talking some 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts and quarter-size hail. Definitely a possibility here in the next few minutes. This goes until 7:45 Eastern Daylight Time in this area. So that is definitely something we're watching as well. So Eagle Lake, Portage Lake, all these areas impacted by this through the next few minutes. Hey Sonia, how you doing? Welcome from the Netherlands. Definitely appreciate you tuning in here to the live stream. We love the Netherlands out there, so definitely welcome you to the live stream. Welcome to the Weather on the Go family, and everybody out there joining the live stream, definitely welcome you as well. Whether you're in the United States or the Netherlands or, Canada, Mexico, anywhere, definitely appreciate you joining here the live stream this afternoon. Snowy says, apparently I missed the lightning last night. Oh, you missed the thunderstorms last night. Were you in bed? Yeah, I usually, even when the windows are shut at my house, when I have a thunderstorm, I'm kind of a light sleeper. So if I hear just a rumble of thunder, I definitely look out my window, and sometimes I see the lightning out there in the summer. We haven't actually had too many severe thunderstorms in my area, besides Chicago area, where I live in northern Illinois this year. We've only had 2 warnings in my area. That's it. Just 2 all season. So everybody that's been, having all these warnings in the Dakotas and Montana and all of the deep south here earlier on in the springtime, yeah, you guys are, I guess, the lucky ones if you want the severe weather. But I guess if you don't want the severe weather, apparently you just have to move to northern Illinois and you'll be fine, I guess. Kind of in the ring of nothing, the ring of fire pattern. Just kind of, we just haven't had anything in northern Illinois. We'll just, I like severe weather. I like, not the damage, of course, or how it, affects people, but I like severe weather of taking like pictures and stuff of the clouds. I really have some cool pictures of that derecho, like I said, that moved through Iowa on August 10th of 2020. And yeah, that was I had some amazing pictures from that. A cool wall cloud, a cool shelf cloud coming through with that, and a lot of, rain coming down from the kind of what we call a rain shaft coming down here from the thunderstorm. That was really cool. I have some cool pictures of that here on my phone as well at home. So that is awesome. I definitely could put that on Discord once I get my Discord up and running. And again, once I do that, you guys can join my Discord too if you guys want to kind of chat with me more. Definitely am inclined to do that as well. Farther south here, like I said, Caribou, you guys are in rare territory here. Not very common. You see severe thunderstorm warnings and damaging winds all the way up in northern Maine. Very hard to get the moisture all the way that far north. But yeah, we're definitely seeing that, at least the moisture that's unstable. We're seeing warnings farther south here into eastern Maine. We're seeing 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts and quarter-size hail, so 1-inch hail there as well. Severe thunderstorms located along a line extending from near Mount Chase to near Millinocket, moving east at 35 miles per hour. Again, Holton, Millinocket, Patton, East Millinocket, as well as Medway, Hogton, all these areas, Sherman, impacted by this here. Again, moving east at 35 miles an hour. This warning goes in effect again until 7:45 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, so that is something to watch as well. Farther to the south, again, another warning. This is approaching the I-95 corridor into central and eastern Maine. This is actually a more robust warning. Severe thunderstorm located along a line extending from 10 miles northeast of Whitecap Mountain to Blanchard, moving east at 30 miles an hour. 70-mile-per-hour wind gusts and ping-pong ball-size hail in Maine. Now, how often do you see that in Maine? That is pretty rare as well. So that is something to watch, take very seriously into eastern Maine. Again, 70-mile-an-hour wind gusts and ping-pong ball-size hail. I can't remember. Can anybody recall that in the chat? I can't remember the last time Maine has had a ping-pong ball-size hail report. At least this year, any of the previous years. That is kind of a little bit uncommon across this area. Some rare territory, that is definitely for sure. Yeah, ping pong ball size hail and 70-mile-an-hour winds in Maine. That is some, that is a pretty strong cold front coming through. That's for sure. Farther to the south here, this is north of Boston. So this is getting into portions of, let's see here. Southern portions of New Hampshire here. Southeastern New Hampshire, getting into far northeastern Massachusetts. Okay, it looks like the storm has been prompted. The storm's moved out of the warned area, so still they've allowed the warning to expire, but still gusty winds and heavy rain, maybe some small hail with this kind of moving off here toward the Newburyport area into far northeastern Massachusetts and far southeastern New Hampshire here in the next few minutes. Again, if you guys are joining, would be very much appreciated if you guys would like the live stream down below. Again, this gets it out to more and more people, and I do appreciate everybody join the live stream. I'm planning on doing more of the live streams here, kind of doing more weather discussions, talking about the weather of what you can expect over the next couple weeks here. Again, probably Thursday or Friday, so definitely stay tuned and turn all notifications on. Turn all the notifications on. Hit the notification bell to be reminded of that. Again, I'll be doing that later this week. Again, unlike a lot of YouTubers out there, I try to push more of the breakdowns of the severe weather and all that stuff. I kind of want you guys to understand how this stuff works and how this comes to be and how all this severe weather sets up, so you guys know in the future how to look at radar and all that. I'll do more educational videos as well, and that's why I'm here, is to help you guys stay safe, and that is exactly like I said, that's exactly why I'm here. It's not for my general sake of things. It's not because I'm hot-headed or anything like that. I just love weather. I'm very passionate about weather. And again, I love keeping people safe out there, and that's the most important thing on my channel as well. And I will be starting a sports channel. on YouTube. I keep saying this. Yeah, I'm starting it. I'm working on my emblem right now. I'll be unveiling my emblem for that, so definitely stay tuned. Again, NFL football predictions and college football predictions, all that fun stuff I'll be doing as well on another YouTube channel, so you guys could definitely subscribe and like to that as well. So you guys want to know about your NFL football team. Again, just to give you a general perspective on my new sports channel I'm starting, I'm going to be, what is it? Last year when I predicted all the 17 weeks of the NFL season, right, I had an 82.6% rate of getting games correct, of predicting the games correctly last year. So that was pretty cool. And I look forward to that again this year as the NFL season starts up late August, early September. So that will be pretty fun. We got a warning extending here towards the Dover, Delaware area just to your west, so we'll get to this warning as well. Again, severe thunderstorms were located along a line extending from near Centerville to near Star to near Easton. This is moving east at 45 miles per hour across this area. This is for 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts and quarter-size hail. We got that 1-inch hail, that 60-mile-per-hour wind gust, so kind of that baseline severe thunderstorm criteria wind gust potential there until 8 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. Again, for Dover, Delaware, Easton, Centerville, Denton, Centerville, Harrington. I think they put Centerville in there twice. Okay. Anyway, Centerville, I guess, is Centerville's kind of the hot zone in this warning, apparently. They put it in there twice. So, but anyway, again, Dover, Easton, Centerville, Denton, Centerville, Harrington, Camden, Greensboro, Oakland, all these areas impacted by this warning. This is moving into portions there of the Dover, Delaware area and western Delaware here right now. We got some more warnings over to the Ocean City and Atlantic City area here into Maryland. 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts and quarter-size hail. This is moving quickly eastward here, 50 miles per hour, so approaching the Atlantic City area here in Maryland. Atlantic City, Pleasantville, Somers Point, Ventnor City here, Northfield, all these areas, Margate City here, Egg Harbor City, Tuckerton. We are seeing a lot of severe weather potential here with the 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts and that 1-inch quarter-size hail, so do heed the warning if you live there. Farther to the south toward Ocean City here and get into the Outer Banks, looks like that warning actually did expire, so that is some good news. I was just about to get to that. Look at all the heavy rain there over the Cookeville area. If you live in Cookeville, Tennessee, and middle and eastern Tennessee, down the I-40 corridor here that runs from west to east across the Nashville area into eastern Tennessee towards Knoxville, yeah, you're seeing a lot of heavy rain, probably some flooding rains. I know there's a lot of hilly terrain. My aunt actually lives in eastern Tennessee here as well, so I've been down to this area many times. You got the Smoky Mountains down here, a beautiful, beautiful land down here into eastern and middle Tennessee. If you guys have not taken a trip down here, I definitely recommend very strongly. A very beautiful spot between Nashville and Knoxville. I know you got Pigeon Forge down here. You got Pigeon Forge down here into portions of eastern Tennessee. You got, like I said, the Smoky Mountains. You got some amazing scenery down here, so definitely take a trip down if you have not been already. Again, severe thunderstorms were located along a line extending from Watertown to Gainsboro, moving east at 25 miles per hour. Watching the potential here for 60-mile-an-hour winds and quarter-size hail. So Cookeville, Smithville, Gainsboro, all good. Monterey, as well as Watertown, Baxter, Gordonsville, Hickman, Alexandria, Dowelton, just a few cities to note as we kind of move along with this warning, kind of along the Interstate 40 corridor between mile markers 257 and 301. Definitely heed the warning there. Again, this is moving toward the Crossville area and also Sparta as well here down the I-40 corridor into eastern portions of Tennessee. Again, we got more warnings into northeastern Tennessee we'll get to here toward the Oneida area. Severe storm is located near Helenwood or Oneida, moving east at 20 miles per hour with this storm complex here as well. 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts and nickel-sized hail is the potential with this thunderstorm complex. Again, Oneida, Huntsville, Helenwood, Winfield, Ketchen, Honey Creek State Park, Norma, Elgin, Robbins, and Slick Rock. All these areas are impacted. Again, this is for northwestern Campbell County and Scott County in eastern and middle Tennessee. So definitely want to watch this here as we head through the next few minutes. Again, this is approaching the Interstate 75 corridor, very hilly terrain through here. So probably a lot of runoff here with the Smoky Mountains here in eastern Tennessee. So if you are driving down Interstate 75, I know there's, like I said, a lot of hilly terrain, probably seeing some strong runoff here from the rainfall since we have the torrential rainfall with all that low-level moisture out there in these areas today. Farther to the east toward the Fayetteville area at Sneedville, we definitely have another warning here until 7:45 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. Again, 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts and quarter-size hail potentially with this. Rutledge, New Tazewell, Springdale, Lone Mountain, and Sand Lake, all these areas impacted again until 7:45 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. With 60-mile-an-hour winds, quarter-size hail, moving southeast at 25 miles per hour. Again, far northeastern portions of Tennessee, just north here of the Knoxville area. So we'll watch that as well. So let me try and see what's going on here in the chat, everybody. Again, the chat is open to everybody. Snowy says, I'm a very light sleeper. Yeah, me too. That's for sure. I can hear a rumble of thunder. Sometimes we get those really loud rumbles of thunder that shake the house. I don't know if you've ever had those, but those are kind of scary sometimes. Almost, feels like a thunderquake is what I call it. And that might even be a terminology. I have to look that up. Snowy says, but I also sleep with a fan and my phone on, white noise, not a fan of pure silence. Oh, yeah, I agree. Yeah, I can't sleep without a fan either. I definitely agree with you, Snowies. I am very passionate about birds. I have 7 birds. Well, that's cool. You have 7 birds. Do you have like a parakeet or something like that? Do you have one of those birds that like are really colorful and that talk to you? You know what I'm talking about? Is that what it's called? Is it a parakeet? Am I saying that right? Yeah, those are pretty cool. 7 birds. I don't have any birds. I used to have a dog, but now I have 3 cats. I have 2 little kittens that are 1 year old, and I have another one that's 1.5 years old. Named Willow, Luna, and Loki. Loki's the boy, and then the 2 are named Willow and Luna. Luna is kind of a white cat with some, patches of, brown and, black on her. And then Willow is kind of the darker shaded one. She's kind of got those little kind of what I call tiger stripes on her. And then the other one, which is the boy, Loki, he's kind of a darker grayish cat. So, but they're all nice cats. I love cats now. I used to not really care too much for cats, but now I'm kind of more of a cat person. So you never know until you know. Sonia says, it is 1:11 a.m. here, and the weather is cloudy, quiet. Stay safe, everybody. You stay safe too, Sonia. You stay safe as well. I definitely appreciate you joining the live stream. You are amazing. Thank you. We love the Netherlands. We love the Netherlands. Very beautiful place to be there in the Netherlands. I've seen pictures of Netherlands, and very beautiful there. We got a warning here, southeast apparently of Nashville. It looks like this is more of a kind of an outflow boundary because I'm not really seeing too much in the way of thunderstorm activity, again, near the Smyrna area. So probably an outflow boundary driven type of, gust front here. Again, this is for 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts and quarter-size hail, but the quarter-size hail is there, but I think it's more on the wind threat with this if it's an outflow boundary. So I'll have to keep an eye on this as well as it kind of pushes more to the south. Again, a lot of these outflow boundaries like to keep these storms going, so these could be going for a while across Tennessee. There's no watch in Tennessee, which is just amazing. There's 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 5 severe thunderstorm warnings in Tennessee, but not a single severe thunderstorm watch or tornado watch or nothing. There's nothing. Just warnings, which is amazing. I've never seen this many warnings without a watch before in quite a while, so I'm surprised they haven't considered one, at least recently. Again, we're really starting to see these storms blow up here, just getting very close to the Little Rock area. So if you live in Conway, Mayflower, Valonia, as well as Jacksonville or Cabot, this is approaching the I-40 corridor in the northern end of Little Rock here, of the city of Little Rock. This is moving south-southeast, probably, it says south, but I think more south-southeast, 15 miles per hour. Again, this was a line extending from Spring Hill to near Valonia to 6 miles northwest of Cabot. Again, moving south or probably more south-southeast at 15 miles an hour. 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts and 1 inch of quarter-size hail potential here as well. Again, North Little Rock and Conway are all in this warning here, as well as the North Little Rock Airport, the Little Rock Air Force Base, Greenbrier, all these areas impacted. Again, Interstate 40 between mile markers 124 and 150, and between mile markers 156 and 167. Interstate 440 between mile markers 10 and 14, and then U.S. Highway 67 between the mile markers 1 and 19. Definitely heed the warning. Again, this is pushing down toward the Little Rock area, especially the northern end here of Little Rock as I zoom in. So North Little Rock, the North Little Rock Airport, approaching here the Sherwood area, Jacksonville, and then getting up toward Cabot here as well as Mayflower. Again, Valonia, Conway, all these areas impacted with this warning here into central portions of Arkansas. And this warning goes in effect here until 6:30 p.m. Central Daylight Time. So if you live in the northern end of Arkansas here, especially the northern Little Rock side of things, you definitely could see some severe weather with some damaging winds and hail in that area as well. Moving down into southwestern Louisiana here, south of Lake Charles, we got another severe thunderstorm warning here as well. This is mainly for some damaging winds, and this is a weird kind of a movement to the storm. This is moving west, so this is a westward moving severe thunderstorm, so moving just due south of the Charleston area, Charleston, Lake Charles, moving south here. It's south of the I-10 corridor, right along the coast here, south of Lake Charles here, of the coast between the Gulf of Mexico and the land here of the Louisiana, southwestern Louisiana. Again, this is for 60-mile-an-hour winds, so a good rush of wind from these storms. Moving west at 30 miles an hour, so it's not moving the traditional way, of east, northeast, or southeast that we see some of these storms move. This is moving west, so we can see some 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts here. Again, expect some roof damage, siding damage, tree damage. Again, Creole and Rutherford Beach. Definitely watch this here. Again, this warning goes in effect until 6:30 p.m. Central Daylight Time for Central Cameron Parish. Again, Central Cameron Parish here into southwestern, again, Central Cameron Parish into southwestern Louisiana. Okay, I got that right, as that warning is there as well. We got some thunderstorms down near the Houston area to the west. We are watching here as well. So let's get to those. Again, no warnings with these, but near Sugar Land, back towards East Bernard, and then up toward the Katy area, just west of Houston, down I-10 there. Yeah, you definitely see some lightning flashes, some thunder here, as well as rumbling across the skies. Probably some heavy downpours from time to time near the Woodlands area on the northern end here of Houston. As you move northward on the I-45 corridor, seeing some thunder as well as some lightning, or not seeing thunder, but hearing thunder as well as seeing the lightning there as well. So that is something to watch. Again, another kind of conglomerate of some storms north of Victoria here. This is in the southeastern portions of Texas. And then again, kind of some scattered showers and storms across San Angelo, getting down toward the San Antonio area as well. If you guys have not subscribed to the YouTube channel, if you guys are just joining the live stream, I appreciate if you would subscribe down below here, press the subscribe button, and also here like the live stream down below by pressing the thumbs up button would be very much appreciated. Again, all you guys are very much my friends, and I definitely appreciate it. All of you guys joining, welcome to the Weather on the Go family here. Trying to grow the YouTube channel a little bit bigger, so definitely would be appreciative if you guys would subscribe and also like below as well on all my videos and on my channel, as well as the live streams I do. Definitely much appreciated. You guys rock. Hey, Snowies, if you're still in the live stream, definitely let me know. Is it still going in and out with the audio, or am I still good? Please let me know in the chat. I definitely appreciate it. Snowy says, I love those rumbles. Yeah, those rumbles are cool. I love thunderstorms as well. When I was a little kid, I used to look up. I know what they say, stay away from windows when you're in thunderstorm, but I was just one of those kids that were like, I'm just going to look out the window anyway. One of those stubborn kids, you know? Yeah, we got another warning here, getting closer to Knoxville. This is northeast near the Maynardville area. This is for, once it loads here. Apparently it doesn't want to load, so I'm guessing 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts and quarter-size hail with this storm near the Maynardville area. So we'll continue to watch that. This is heading toward Morristown. Again, okay, penny-size hail. So 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts and penny-size hail, moving southeast at 25 miles per hour. It was located 7 miles southwest of New Tazewell, or 9 miles northwest of Rutledge here in Tennessee. Maynardville, Rutledge, Plainview, Blaine, Luttrell, Joppa, Rose Hill, Buffalo Springs, and Sharps Chapel. All these areas here, again, from west central Granger County and southeastern Union County in eastern Tennessee, north and east of the Knoxville area, are impacted by this warning here as well for the next few minutes or so. Again, a lot of these warnings are starting to quiet down. As we were mentioning earlier, that these warnings were going to quiet down here along New England here in the portions of the across New England here in the portions, of the northeast corridor here as well. That is something to watch. Again, guys, I will be right back here. I'm going to go get another water here so I can take a drink. Again, I finished my water already by talking already today. I will be right back here and answer more questions and look at the comments here in the chat and go over some other things with you guys. I'll be right back, guys. All right, I'm back. I got my new water now, so we're all good and set to go here. Yeah, looks like Tennessee's really getting active now. Really seeing a lot of warnings here in Tennessee. A lot of severe thunderstorm warnings, that's for sure. Looks like, we just got a new warning for the downtown area of Little Rock. Okay, so we got a new warning for downtown Little Rock. This is for Little Rock proper here. Again, until 7:15 p.m. Central Daylight Time, severe storms are located along a line extending from Mayflower to Gibson to near Parnell, moving south at 20 miles per hour. This complex of storms has had a history of producing 50 to 60 mile per hour wind gusts, most recently south of Valonia. South of Villanova. I'm struggling today. I'm really struggling today, guys. Some of these town names really get me, that's for sure. Valonia, 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts and quarter-size hail. So Little Rock, North Little Rock, Conway, Sherwood, Jacksonville, Cabot, West Little Rock, downtown Little Rock, as I was mentioning, North Little Rock Airport, Little Rock Air Force Base, Southwest Little Rock here, as well as Mayflower, Wrightsville, Argenta, as well as Keogh, Otter Creek, Gravel Ridge, Ironton, and Estes. All these areas here are impacted here by this severe thunderstorm warning, and this goes in effect until 7:45 p.m. Central Daylight Time. Again, I don't mean to be quiet. I'm just taking a sip of water here. Trying to stay hydrated. Definitely got to stay hydrated. Especially any of you guys that are in the heat wave here toward the middle and end of the month. Definitely stay hydrated. A lot of heat out there. I know where I am right now. I think we hit the lower 80s today. It's a pretty pleasant day out there. Lots of sunshine, that's for sure. A lot of high pressure working in. Yeah, we got a new warning here also into portions of northeast Colorado. This is for Fort Morgan and Wiggins. This is right along the Interstate 76 corridor here in northeast Colorado. This is for 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts, half dollar size hail, so just over that inch in diameter, so about an inch to an inch and a half in diameter here. Hail, so an inch and a quarter is the hail officially, so that half dollar size. This storm is moving east at 15 miles per hour, located 5 miles south of Weldona or 8 miles west of Fort Morgan. Again, Log Lane Village and Fort Morgan here, as well as Wiggins. You're all in this warning here. Again, this warning goes in effect until 6:15 p.m. Mountain Daylight Time for southwestern Morgan County in northeastern Colorado until 6:15 p.m. Mountain Daylight Time. Looks like that warning just north here of the Minneapolis-St. Paul area has been allowed to expire. Still some strong storms. Let me see if this is still a special weather statement or not. Okay, we do. We got a couple of these. We got a special weather statement here north of the St. Paul area. Again, wind gusts up to 50 miles an hour, some nickel-size hail with this. So still a strong storm. Can still, break some smaller tree limbs and stuff like that. North of the Minneapolis area, again, winds in excess of 40 miles an hour, pea-size hail with that, and then a kind of a smaller cell west of there with, again, pea-size hail and winds up to 50 miles an hour. So there's just some scattered, strong thunderstorms, and that's why there's actually, if you look at the outlook here, the day one outlook, again, I haven't showed this very much today. I should have more. Again, an enhanced risk across portions of the northeast starting to wind down. And that's why they have that marginal risk, like I was saying, across northeastern and eastern Minnesota and northern Wisconsin. That's kind of for that stronger thunderstorm activity, isolated kind of marginal severe weather potential. We've already seen a couple warnings up that area that kind of come and go from time to time. And again, that's why portions of northeastern Colorado and southeastern Wyoming and portions of the panhandle there in Nebraska have that marginal risk. The potential is there for mainly damaging winds and hail. The tornado threat is kind of confined up here through New England here through the next couple of hours. So that is something to consider as well. So let me see here. I'm kind of going through the storm reports, not trying to be quiet, but going through some of the storm reports here. Yeah, again, if you guys have not liked the live stream down below, and if you guys have not subscribed, would be very much appreciated for all the new people joining here today. Yeah, there's a lot of storm reports with a lot of tree damage across New England. That is for sure. I'm seeing a lot of tree damage across portions of New York State, even some tree damage up into Maine. So that is pretty interesting here. Not very often do we see that. Again, if I extend this up towards Maine, yeah, we see some warnings up here. And not very often do we see a warning for caribou. just west of Caribou. We got a kind of a severe warning here again for 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts and quarter-size hail in this area as well. All right, I'm challenging you guys. Who's going to do it? Who's going to get me to 250 subscribers? We still haven't done it yet. Who's going to get me there? Who's it going to be? That's our next goal. After 250, it'll be 300. Yeah, we got kind of like a messy conglomerate of severe weather across western Virginia. We got just a long line of severe thunderstorm warnings right now. This is for 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts and quarter-size hail, so that 1-inch hail again. Going to be pretty common as they start to wind down, but yeah, seeing kind of more numerous severe weather in the western portions of Virginia. This warning goes until 8:30 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. Too many counties to tell you, but definitely a lot of counties here impacted across western portions of Virginia. Roanoke in particular is a city we're watching here in this warning box. Roanoke, Blacksburg, Salem, Christiansburg, Radford, Pulaski, and Vinton. All these areas are impacted again until 8:30 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. Heed the warning in these areas. Definitely lots of damaging wind and hail potential. I will be doing another live stream, a lot better of a live stream, I guess you could call it, later this week, covering more of kind of the upcoming weather rather than the severe weather. Unless there is severe weather out there, then we'll cover that as well. Looks like that warning in southwestern Louisiana was pretty brief, south of Lake Charles. That has been allowed to expire south of the I-10 corridor, so that's some good news. That storm's moving weird way. That's moving just west, so that's kind of weird, but that's just due to a lot of low-level spin. That just shows you the low-level spin we're watching in the northern Gulf. When you see storms moving west like that, yeah, you can definitely tell there's a low-pressure system down in that area. Hey, we're up to 250 subscribers. Thank you, guys. Definitely appreciate it. I know somebody was out there listening to me. About that. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. You guys rock. You guys rock. Again, now our next goal is 300. 300 subscribers. So we're just slowly growing the channel here. And once we get bigger in the future, guys, we got a lot of cool stuff coming your way. That's for sure. A lot of cool stuff coming your way. Once this channel really starts to grow and take off, we definitely got a lot of cool stuff we're talking about. Again, if you guys are just joining, definitely hit the like button down below and subscribe to the YouTube channel. Very much, we just hit 250, so thank you for everybody subscribing today. Also, subscribing as always. A lot of daily weather forecast videos. Again, unlike a lot of YouTubers out there, I put out daily weather forecast videos for you every single morning in the mid to late morning hours to keep you ahead of all of the weather, the developing weather events from coast to coast, and from Canada all the way down to the Gulf of Mexico here for you guys. And even, like I said, I cover southern and southeastern Canada as well in my forecast videos, try to anyway. So definitely press that like button down below and subscribe to the YouTube channel if you do want a lot of widespread weather forecast discussions here. I definitely will be doing that more often here on the live streams and in the future as well in my videos. Yeah, we got like a lot of there's a lot of tree damage here I'm seeing across portions here of like Maine down through portions to the spine of the Appalachians. A lot of tree damage. Definitely appreciate it, Sonia. I appreciate it. You were the one who got me to 250. You rock. You rock. Snowy says, I'm in my hoodie and sweatpants. Well, there you go. What's the temperature like up there, Snowy's in Toronto? Let me try and guess for you. I'm not too sure, but I will guess. This will be better. I'm going to say at your house, it's probably 74 degrees because it's 76 in Toronto. We'll take a couple degrees off there. Yeah, where I live, it's beautiful. Look at that, northern Illinois, lower 80s. Very beautiful. Probably a great sunset outside. outside here rather shortly once the sun goes down. All right, we do have another warning. This is portions of the Green Bay area, so very populated area here into northeastern Wisconsin near Green Bay. Severe thunderstorm was located 9 miles south of Pulaski or 10 miles west of Green Bay, so just 5 to 10 miles west of Green Bay, moving southeast at 25 miles per hour toward the Green Bay area. 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts and quarter-size hail is the hazard with this warning. Again, Green Bay here, the town of Green Bay, the city of Green Bay, around 6:45 p.m. So here in the next 5 minutes can be expecting a severe thunderstorm in Green Bay proper and also the Bellevue town area here in the next 15 minutes around 6:55 p.m. Central Daylight Time. Again, this is for central Brown County and northeastern Outagamie County as well, and to northeast Wisconsin near the Green Bay area. So if you live in Green Bay, you're probably going to have some strong damaging wind potential and some hail there in the next few minutes, moving into your area in the next 4 to 5 minutes, around 6:45. Apparently you're 69 degrees. Well, there you go, Snowies. You're in the 60s. A far cry from your expectations of 100 degrees, but hey, you never know. Again, thank you guys for joining here this afternoon. Definitely much appreciated. What time does it get dark in Illinois, Snowy says? Where I live, usually about 8:30, quarter to 9. We're starting to get shorter days now since we're past the end of June now. So we're starting to ever so slightly get, shorter days. Even for you up in Canada, every, couple minutes or so each day, we're starting to get a little shorter. At least with the sunsets, even the sunrises in the morning are going to become a little later and later each morning as well. Sonia says cheers. Well, cheers. Yeah, I'm sure it's very beautiful there in the Netherlands. That's for sure. I've seen pictures before. It looks beautiful there. Lots of scenery, that's for sure. That is for sure. Again, thank you guys for all the likes today. Very much appreciated. You guys rock. You guys are just like the best audience anybody could ever ask. Really. Milford, let's see here. Wow, okay. So this is what we calling earlier kind of when, remember when we were going over all the baseline, considerable, destructive, severe thunderstorm tags? This is a severe thunderstorm destructive tag on this storm. This is for 80-mile-per-hour wind gusts, 80-mile-per-hour winds and quarter-size hail here in the Andrewville and Farmington areas. This is moving east at 45 miles per hour until 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. So northwestern Sussex County, southern Kent County, and east central Caroline County. This is in eastern portions of Maryland and central Delaware. Definitely watch this here as we head through the next several minutes. Very strong backward C shape to this here as I take the warnings off and show you this. Yeah, we kind of have a little bit of a backward C, and right near the Denton area, that's probably where the strongest winds are in the apex of this line as it shifts eastward very quickly, about 45, 50 miles an hour. And yeah, 80-mile-per-hour wind gusts is the hazard with this toward Milford, as well as just north of the Georgetown area here in Delaware. This is in south central Delaware, so definitely want to watch this here in the next few minutes. Lots of damaging wind potential, well over 70 miles per hour is a possibility with this severe thunderstorm here. 80-mile-per-hour wind gust tag here in south central Delaware near Milford, south of Dover, and north of the Georgetown area. Very destructive storm. Yeah, boo to that. Boo to what? Boo to what? That you don't have any, warmth out there or what? Or you just say boo because the weather is 80-mile-an-hour wind gust there. Yeah, we still got all this warning. It looks like some of the storms in Tennessee are starting to weaken. You can just see the radar returns of the rainfall, not as well defined as it was earlier, but still seeing kind of some storm activity developing, kind of back building towards the southeastern side of Nashville, the Music City here. Again, 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts and quarter-size hail potentially up to, until 7:15 Central Daylight Time. So the next, 30, 31 minutes or thereabout for this area. If, south and east of the Music City here of Nashville, definitely watch this here in Murfreesboro, Smyrna, all these areas. Right along the Interstate 24 corridor, dropping southeast, we got to watch this here. Just some back building of some of the storms. We still got some storms getting towards Knoxville. Knoxville might have a warning here rather soon as we kind of see this dropping more southeast at 35 miles per hour. Again, if you guys are just tuning in, it would be very much appreciated if you would drop the like down below, as well as subscribe to the YouTube channel by pressing the subscribe button down in the lower right-hand corner of the video. Definitely would be very much appreciated. Again, 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts and quarter-size hail area moving southeast at 35 miles per hour. So a good rush of wind here. The downdraft of the storm's pretty strong, so definitely could have that damaging wind potential. Moving towards Knoxville here. Again, while I was on air here today, yeah, we did have a lot of a couple tornado warnings. Not a lot, I guess, but a couple tornado warnings. Northern Virginia, 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts, quarter-size hail. This is moving southeast again at 40 miles an hour near the Bealtown and also the Orange, Virginia area. So that is something to watch here over the next, little while. So Culpeper, Orange, Madison, Bealtown, Stannardsville, as well as Brightwood, Opal, all these areas impacted. Another severe thunderstorm warning there as well. We got a significant tag. Okay, they just upgraded this warning. Big hail now as well, in addition to the 80-mile-an-hour winds near the Milford area north of Georgetown. 80-mile-per-hour wind gusts here in ping-pong ball-sized hail. So the hail threat's even gotten a little higher here with this storm. 80-mile-per-hour wind gusts and ping-pong ball-sized hail for Andrewsville and Farmington. This is moving east at 45 miles per hour. This is south central and southwestern Delaware. So in the Delaware area, yeah, we're seeing some 60 to 80-mile-an-hour wind gusts and also the ping-pong ball-sized hail. Again, this warning's for 80-mile-an-hour winds, ping-pong ball-sized hail. Again, Andrewsville and Farmington here. This is in west central Delaware. North of Georgetown and south of the Dover area. So this storm's really strengthening. If I take the warnings off again, you can see a little bit of that backward C shape here with the apex of this kind of smaller bow echo, kind of broken bow echo moving through the Denton area. And this is not Denton, Texas. This is Denton, Maryland. So, yeah, Denton, Maryland, and far eastern Maryland, and getting into west central portions there of Delaware. We got to watch the 80-mile-an-hour wind gust potential as well as that ping-pong ball-sized hail. Again, if you guys are just joining here this afternoon and evening, definitely would be very much appreciated if you guys could drop that like down below as well as subscribe to the YouTube channel. Again, I have another amazing daily weather forecast video coming up for you here tomorrow morning, so definitely make sure to check that out. Turn on all your notifications, all that stuff, hitting the notification bell and all that. Definitely would be much appreciated. Wilson Dog, appreciate you joining. Hello, hope you're having a tremendous and terrific Tuesday afternoon and evening to you there. Welcome to the live stream. Yeah, if you guys have any family or friends that would love to subscribe to the channel or like it, definitely would be much appreciated as well. Again, during these live streams, I try not to cover just the severe weather. I know it's very active right now, but I like to cover more of the tropical update, as well as the heat wave I was talking about earlier in the video as well. So here's the kind of the Storm Prediction Center is rendition of what you can expect the rest of your day. Pick your spot on the map, and in the yellows here, you got the slight risk all the way down the spine of the Appalachians here to eastern Kentucky. You got the enhanced risk across northern and northwestern New Jersey, as well as portions here of the Maryland down toward the Washington, D.C. area, as well as eastern and northeastern Virginia. Again, a marginal risk across those areas west of Green Bay and then towards portions there of northern Wisconsin, northeastern portions of Minnesota near the Arrowhead of Minnesota, and then portions there of northeastern Colorado. Also, the panhandle of Nebraska and southeastern Wyoming. That's where we have that marginal risk of severe weather, kind of some isolated severe weather in that darker green shade. And that actually does extend down through Tennessee and in the Nashville area. And what's actually very impressive actually today is that, look at this. There's a marginal risk across middle and eastern Tennessee, right? Let's go to the radar and look how many warnings are in that marginal risk zone. Isn't that crazy? I've never seen that many warnings in a marginal risk zone. I mean, some could argue this could be a slight risk today. So that is pretty interesting. Again, everybody's human out there, and we definitely commend the Storm Prediction Center for all their hard work out there for putting these forecasts, outlooks together for all of the meteorologists out there. They do some great work there at the Storm Prediction Center, so I don't want to put them down for that. But definitely interesting how it's a marginal risk. But then, we're seeing what, like we saw earlier, 5 severe thunderstorm warnings, and we still have 5 severe thunderstorm warnings now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, definitely. So definitely still watching that. But again, they work very hard at the Storm Prediction Center to put all these, severe weather outlooks out for all of us here, and definitely appreciate all their hard work and all their dedication to that as well. A lot of very smart people there at the Storm Prediction Center, that's for sure. Again, if you're just tuning in, we're kind of going over some severe weather coverage here for the next little bit here. You can see Woodbury all the way down towards McMinnville. We have a warning there for 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts and quarter-size hail. Moving southeast here at 15 miles per hour. Again, the deep layer shear, the farther south you go, is a little displaced. The stronger shear environment is actually up here into portions of New England where we have stronger shear. The higher instability, though, is in the Tennessee, so maybe that's why we're seeing more severe weather. Just a little bit of shear goes a long way with some of that instability, that's for sure. Yeah, so Wilson Dog says hi, so yeah, hello. Happy Tuesday afternoon, evening to you. Snowy says, no, boo to the sun leaving us every day. What do you mean the sun's leaving you? You don't have a lot of sunshine up there? You should with the high pressure system behind that cold front. The next couple days, Snowies, you'll have lots of sunshine, I promise. Oh, you're talking about when the sun sets earlier. Okay, I get you. Because you like the long summer days. I see that in the chat. Yeah, me too. I like the long summer days as well. Summer is my favorite season. Sonia says, I have to go now and try to get some sleep. Until next time. Well, thank you for joining, Sonia. Definitely appreciate it. Thank you for subscribing to the YouTube channel. Very much appreciated. Again, we love the Netherlands, so definitely tune back in as we have another live stream. And definitely like my videos and definitely go watch them here. I have another video coming out tomorrow. So thanks for joining, Sonia, and have a great rest of your day. Definitely appreciate her joining. Yeah, we still got that warning down here into portions of Arkansas. This thing just continues to just drop south. 60-mile-an-hour winds and quarter-size hail. Again, not a lot of deep layer shear in this environment, so these are not moving very quickly. They're moving southeast at 10 miles per hour, so these are crawling southeast, but still warned for severe weather, so that's for sure. Across the Little Rock area, 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts and quarter-size hail. Again, southeast at 10 miles per hour. Again, Little Rock, West Little Rock, Pinnacle Mountain State Park, Chenal Valley, Kamek Village, Avila, Perrin, Bland, Ferndale, as well as Grape and the Heights. Again, this includes Interstate 430 between mile markers 7 and 10. So do watch this if you live in north central Saline County and northwestern Pulaski County in central Arkansas with that warning. Northeastern portions there of Colorado. Northeast of the Denver area, kind of right over the Fort Morgan area. Very slow-moving storm to the east at 15 miles per hour here as well. Again, not a lot of deep layer shear in this environment. This is moving east at 15 miles an hour. This was located near Log Lane Village, or 4 miles west of Fort Morgan. 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts and quarter-size hail, so 1-inch hail. Fort Morgan, Wiggins, Log Lane Village, and Adena School. All these areas impacted here until about 6:15 p.m. Mountain Daylight Time for southwestern Morgan County and northeastern Colorado. This goes in effect for the next 20-25 minutes for these areas, right along the Interstate 76 corridor near Fort Morgan. And then we still have a warning up near Green Bay. This is for the Green Bay area. Pretty robust looking thunderstorm cell here, just west of Green Bay. It says at 6:47 Central Daylight Time, so within just about 5 minutes ago or so, a wind gust of 62 miles per hour was actually reported in the western side of Green Bay there. So that is something to watch as this moves near the Green Bay area and just westward, and the western side of Green Bay especially, moving southeast at 25 miles per hour. Again, expect roof, siding, tree, and power damage with this thunderstorm as it pushes to the southeast at 25 miles per hour. Green Bay and Bellevue Town is all impacted here at 6:55, so it virtually right now is getting impacted again. Shirley, Bellevue, Glenmore, De Pere, as well as Lambeau Field. So Lambeau Field, kind of home of the Green Bay Packers. They're definitely going to be impacted by the severe thunderstorm there, as well as Ledgeview, Hobart, and Oneida. All these areas could be impacted here near the Green Bay area here in the next few minutes, if not right now. Again, zooming it out, much of Iowa, Missouri, Illinois, Indiana, Ohio, and largely a lot of lower Michigan is pretty quiet right now. Just a couple shower activity and some maybe, let's see if we can have, if there's thunderstorms. I did put the lightning tracker on. There's no lightning here into the lower Michigan as of now, but some showers moving through portions there of north of Detroit, getting in towards the Toronto area. So we're watching that as well. Just west of Toronto, some showers. Again, thanks everybody for joining. If you guys are just joining the live stream, definitely would be much appreciated if you could drop the like down below as well as subscribe. We'd very much appreciated. Again, I appreciate everybody joining. You guys all rock, and you guys are the best audience I could ever ask for. That's for sure. Yeah, we got another warning here for the Morristown area. This is for 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts and nickel-size hail. This is moving southeast at 20 miles per hour. This is located near Plainview or near Maynardville. So we're looking out for some damaging wind and hail potential here as well. So Knoxville, Morristown, Clinton, Jefferson City, Dandridge, Maynardville, as well as Rutledge, Bean Station, White Pine, and Plainview all impacted here. Again, Interstate 40 in Tennessee between mile markers 414 and 426. Interstate 75 in Tennessee between mile markers 113 and 123. Interstate 81 in Tennessee between mile markers 1 and 16. Definitely watch out for this in eastern Tennessee. Again, this warning goes in effect until 8:30 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. Again, the southeastern side of Nashville here, just south of the I-40 corridor in Middle Tennessee, lighting up with a lot of severe weather right now. Some warnings through there as well, so watching for that. Again, I think I'm going to start, even though there's severe weather right now, I definitely have to go. I have some other things to do here, family things to do here at 7 o'clock, so I'm going to be, unfortunately, having to leave. Definitely, if you live in portions of Tennessee all the way up here through the spine of the Appalachians toward the New York City area, do just be on the lookout for severe weather here through the evening hours. Again, New York City, you guys are officially, down towards Philadelphia and Bridgeport, you guys are officially under a severe thunderstorm watch until 10 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, but I think all the severe weather for the most part around the New York City area has actually, decreased in intensity and coverage, so that is some good news. And it looks like the Baltimore area, you're kind of more in the clear now. Washington, D.C., we'll still have to watch it for you, but I think most of that's dropping south of your area. Again, very strong line of storms through that area. Again, 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts, quarter-size hail. That's, again, moving southeast at 45 miles per hour south of Washington, D.C. Snowy says, well, thanks for the live stream and keeping us informed. Appreciate it. Yeah, I'll keep you guys all informed. I definitely will be keeping you guys informed with my daily forecast videos in the morning, so go check that out. I had one this morning that I did post, so go check that out, like that. Comment on that if you want as well. And if you have not already, if you guys are just joining the live stream, definitely subscribe to the YouTube channel as well. Definitely much appreciated. Again, I'm doing more live streams this week, so again, I'm not going to be gone for forever. I might even be doing one tomorrow, if not Thursday as well. So if I don't do one tomorrow, I will do one on Thursday, so definitely stay tuned for that later this week. We'll be going over the next couple of weeks of weather and kind of going over some cool stuff that a lot of YouTubers don't do out there, diving into kind of what the weather pattern looks like. And actually, I'll kind of give you a La Nina update as well on kind of what the La Nina looks like going through the end of the summer, as well as we might actually kind of give you a fall preview. So if you guys are itching for some fall weather out there and wanting some information on what the upcoming fall might look like for September and October, I might kind of give you a little bit of a fall preview here in the live stream here. I think we'll target that for Thursday afternoon. So sound good? I definitely think that we'll be doing that as well. So if you guys want to tune in for that, I'll give you kind of my rendition of what we can expect for fall. I'll give you kind of an update on the La Nina here, as it's been a while for that as well. And I'll also keep you covered on my daily forecast videos as well, with the heat wave upcoming, more severe weather, as well as the tropical update here on my video as we head into tomorrow morning as well. So stay tuned for that. Again, I do have some family things I'm going to be doing here the rest of this evening, so I do unfortunately have to cut out of the live stream, but I will be keeping you informed as well on my Twitter page. If you guys want to add me on Twitter, follow me on Twitter, whatever, all that stuff, it's HWeather420 or Weather on the Go on Twitter as well, so definitely look me up as well, and subscribe or follow me on Twitter. That would be very much appreciated. Again, thank you guys for joining the live stream. Again, thank you guys for all the likes. Thank you to Sonia, Snowy's, Christian out there. Thank you to Dixon, as well as many others out there here, gaming, all you guys here in the live stream, live chat. You guys all rock. You guys are amazing. Definitely appreciate you joining here, everybody joining again. Until next time, we will be talking about more severe weather and also more of the tropics and more of the general weather pattern across the United States, southern and southeastern Canada, and all across the country. From next time here, this is Weather on the Go. I'll see you on Thursday.